it's been centuries, hasn't it? I don't remember how to stream. My goodness gracious. Hi everybody. Welcome on my stream after returning from my amazing trip to Japan. Hello. Wait, I'll say hello to everyone. Hello, Benyu. Hello, 07. Hello, Erichke. Hello, another. Hi, Ayel. Hi, Blaspy. Hello, HD. Hi. So, yeah, without, extending things, because I don't like doing that, I have a sad announcement. Sad for my haters, because things are getting better for me, guys, but better means some changes, okay? So, yeah, I don't even know if I have haters. I probably do. Because I'm me, so I probably do, but everyone got a hater, right? But yeah, it's bad news for haters, good news for me. For you, I don't know, for you I guess it's a neutral kind of thing, but we'll see. It's not a graduation, Heisenberg. Obviously, if you knew me well enough, you would know that I would never graduate in the most boring option of doing, like, a drawing on white background. Nah, that would be too obvious, obviously. That would be too obvious for me personally. Nah. It's sketch. I thought it was obvious that it's not going to be that, because like I never do things like that, but but no, it's not a graduation. There you go. Imagine bro coming back from vacation to graduate. It's like, yeah, so Japan was great, but I'm gonna end my streaming career. Nah, that's cute. That's a joke. Haters are those keys you kicked out of Doodle stream. I don't even think they're haters. I think they're like boring trolls, but there are definitely haters out there. So yeah, what's happening? As you know, I went to Japan and I wasn't even aware how much I needed to replenish my spiritual energy. I'm a Bakedanuki, so naturally my origins are from Japan. Apparently not being there for so long, because it's been like many years since I've last been to Japan, I guess this energy flew out of me, and because of that some demons were harder to fight against, but now I am spiritually purified. I'm back to my full greatness of energy, even though, I still look like how I look, which is me being like a little goober. But, we're working on that slowly. But what does that mean? It means that I have more energy to fight evil spirits and all of that bullshit, which takes us to the main point of I'm no longer a NEET, okay? I always advertise myself as a NEET, and I was true. I was sitting at home all the time, and the only work I've done was at home drawing, and it was like, I mean, I did earn enough money. I was lucky enough to get enough projects to live off of that, but it's stressful to not have like constant, you don't have enough money each month, or you're scared you're not going to get enough projects, and I'm a stressful creature, unfortunately, filled with stress. So once I got the opportunity to come back to, a job that will pay me each month and I don't have to worry about that, yeah, that's kind of a good thing for me, at least. So, hi, Fortune, hello! I'm back to working, which, of course, makes some change to my streaming shenanigans. And this is basically what I want to inform you about, is that there's going to be some scheduling changes, so you won't be like, oh, wait, it's 4 p.m, where's Aikeji stream? No more streams at 4 p.m, Central European summertime. So point by point, because I will lose my mind if I if I keep on sidetracking. What happens to streams? Streams will still happen, don't worry about it. Nothing, oh, Porchin already has like a badge with a bow tie. Very nice. Appreciate all the support. Thank you, members, for your support even when I was gone, by the way. I hope you enjoyed all the shorts. I hope you enjoyed the videos that I left you. I really tried my best to leave you as much as possible so you won't feel like I'm entirely gone. But now I'm back, and the streams will be back. This is the only stream, because I still need to get back to reality, sort things out, you know, organize myself, because there are a lot of things I have to do. There are a lot of things happening outside of, you know, me streaming, outside of me working. There are other things that are happening as well, and I have to adjust to that. So a lot of things happening at once. Only good things, I would say. And that's why I need a little bit of time. I just came back yesterday, mind you. Yesterday morning I came back, and you know, I'm already thinking about so many things I have to do. When I was coming back by plane, I was like, oh my god, I need to do this and that once I return home. It was overwhelming in a positive way, but still overwhelming. So streaming will stay, although the days of streams will change a little bit. I don't think there will be streams on Mondays. The streams will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays, more probably. Cozy Sunday mornings will stay when I'm at home, of course. On Saturdays, there will be a chance of like random hour streams where I'll be working on things, because, but you know what, that will come later. But those are the days of the streams that you can expect. At the very beginning, you can expect to have like 2 streams a week, which is something that I usually did, but no more spontaneous streams during a week of me working with you, doing work-alongs, you know, because it may be a little bit tiring. I still have to do other things, and I know during the streams I like talking with you, so I get distracted easily from my work. The evil spirits are still there, you only remove them from you, but not your house. Lol. Dude, my house will be cleansed once I clean it up, so I am aware that state of my apartment right now is not the best. I need to clean it up, but yeah, that will come later. I'm kind of cute, that's very much untrue. But yes, absolutely. So streams, once again, they will be at 8 p.m. Central European Summer Time. So just like today, the same hour as today. They will be shorter. And by shorter, I mean maximum 3 hours. So previously I had maximum 4 hours. It doesn't count in situations when I will be close to ending the game and I'll be like, okay, it's fine, I will finish it today. But other than that, we'll take it a little bit slower, because, like, you know, I still need to prepare myself and everything for the next day, next morning and all of that. So I don't want to put too much pressure on myself, too much work and too little time. That's why we're going down to 3 hours. It doesn't count when it comes to Sunday, Cozy Sunday mornings, because, you know, in Cozy Sunday mornings I kind of lose track of time because I'm just playing chill games like Fields of Mischief for now. So obviously that doesn't include that. So when it comes to streams, I guess I said everything. Maybe the day will change from Thursday to Friday, but I still need to figure things out with how I'm going to have my bi-monthly family visits. They may drop to once a month, so then I'll have to, and I don't know if I won't be coming only on Saturdays. So there is a chance that I will change Thursday to Friday, but that's nothing set in stone yet. So that was the other thing. Shorts. When it comes to shorts, I've been posting them daily, as you might have noticed. I will try to keep this up, but it will all depend on how much work it will put on me. Which I feel like right now I can handle it no problem, but we will see once I, you know, because right now I have like 3 more that I done before I left, so I can still like put them immediately without having to edit anything. But there will come time where I'll have to start editing and like once again finding the clips and all of that, and it takes a little bit more time. So then I will see if I'll have to. There will be cut to one short every 2 days or so. I hope not, because this is like main source of new people coming in, even though not on stream, still building up this number of subscribers, which, by the way, 1,000 subscribers! You're insane. Thank you so much for helping me grow in here. If you want to help me further, please watch my old VODs and videos to boost up those watched hours so I can get full-on monetization. Finally. Thank you very much. As long as your schedule works for you. Exactly, but like sometimes, you know, sometimes I have to check, you know, and because like technically I can write it down to every single minute of my time. I can schedule everything that I have to do, but it will not work out when, like, you know, some changes happen without me like being in charge of that. So, you know, you never know how things will happen. That's why I'm just like saying I want to do that. If I will not be able to keep up with it, I'm going to take things a little bit easy on myself. I know. Thank you guys. So that's about shorts. About videos, I have shit tons of ideas for videos. Trust me, being in Japan made me somehow, you know, I said like I got more spiritual powers, but more creative fluids as well. Although, I don't know, I feel like I'm constantly creative, so maybe that's not that much of a change, but I got so many ideas for videos, both short, longer ones. Most of them, of course, connected to my experiences in Japan. So you can expect those kind of videos coming, but unfortunately not anytime soon, because I have priorities, and my priority right now is to make sure I make all the commissions for my customers. I have like 10 commissions in line. I think both on like still not processed. Some people may back off. There is a chance, but I have 5 confirmed and paid. So I first want to get rid of all the work I have for other people. I would hate for them to, you know, I know this doesn't exactly interest you. It's not in your interest what I'm doing as an artist. I mean, okay, unless I make content out of it here on stream, but it's like, you don't care. I mean, maybe you care, I don't know. But this is like kind of like not something that kind of includes you as my viewer, but still I want to explain to you why the videos will take a little bit longer. Because I have some formats for some of the videos that I know how I want them to look like. I want them to look better. So I think I'll take more time into polishing those videos, how they would look like. I want to make them look a little bit better, like visually. So I will probably work harder on drawing. That's why it will take much longer. But before I start focusing on my projects, which will be a thing that will happen, because once I'm done with commissions, I'm not going to open them again. I mean, maybe I will, but only limited options. Something that I would actually be interested in drawing, and not things that I did draw because it brought me easy money, like portraits. I'm kind of bored of them, you know, so... And now I'll be an exclusive artist, and to get an art from me will not be as easy as it has been previously, I guess. Because I want to focus on my own projects. If I'll be financially stable, then might as well focus more on my own project. So I'll be pushing forward some things that I wanted to draw for my friends, some things that, of course, you know, still thumbnails. Still I have to do some like things for myself. I definitely will try my best to learn how to let myself invest some of the money I earn into my content in a way that, you know, I won't have to draw everything on my own. Just don't overwork yourself, do things at your own pace, and all will be good. I'll try, but you know me, I'm just like, I want I want to do things. Like, you know, I constantly need to do things because like I have so many ideas going around my head. But you know, as a content creator, I'm drawing thumbnails for myself. I want to be more active on Twitter. I'll try to, I mean, recently, surprisingly, I think because of those posts that I posted from Japan, I started feeling like, oh, my posts are getting more likes. So I was like, okay, that's kind of low-key, high-key cool. Remember, I can come and kick your ass if you overwork yourself, and I'll freak out. Fuck. That's a threat! That's a threat! What the fuck? But yeah, I don't think. It's like, I am trying to get to the point where I'll be able to finally start working on my project, because I always say, oh, I'll start working now, but then another customer and another customer and another customer, and like, this is never-ending story basically, and that's not how it should be. So that's what I want to change. I want to focus more on myself, on my own projects, and you know, maybe you don't know, so I'll tell you now. I do want to make a debut. It is a very slow work in progress. I wrote to model artists today to ask for updates. I haven't gotten an answer yet. Hopefully I get it. So I am working on it. Like, I have a list of things that I have to do, and they're still not done. But now that I have, you know, I can invest some of the money. I mean, once I earn it, I'm just like, I'm starting tomorrow, mind you. Once I earn it, I'll be able to spend some money on things so I don't have to do things on my own. I got a gift for you. Check gaming. Wait. Wait. Gaming in... Ah! Thank you, another. That's adorable. I really like the doodleness of it. I appreciate it. It's epic. Thank you so much. I'm going to leave heart and all. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your Tomodachi gameplay. Tomodachi live gameplay. Jesus. Okay. This was the big announcement that I'm going to work and things will change, but also stay the same in a way. But, you know, rescheduling, rearranging, those things will happen. My apologies for that. I know that having like constant and the same schedule helps out with reaching out to people, but maybe this different hour will also help out, because I know like at the hour that I've streamed, a lot of people couldn't watch because they were at work, etc. I know people like Sheepseed who is always working when I'm streaming. I know like those kind of things are inevitable, but I feel like maybe later will bring me a little bit more people. I don't know that, but it's not like I can change anything because I'm adjusting it to my work schedule right now. So we'll see. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be something different, something new, even though we're still going to do the same things. This is like 5th Aikeji in Tomodachi. Is it 5th one? I do know about 3. You fell in love with my D&D character that I put on the island. Does he have long black hair? If not, then it's not canon. I'm sorry. Not me just texting him what you're saying now. Well, guess who's at work? So yeah, those are the changes. There's just that some changes will happen in upcoming weeks or months, but you know, I'm just saying it as a precaution. I don't think for now things are happening, and I'm waiting for things to get sorted out, because there were things that weren't the best when I was away in Japan happening online, and this stressed me out a little bit, but this is something that I will not mention over what I just said. But yeah, quite upsetting things happen as well. Thankfully, this didn't ruin my experience just being in Japan at all, so I could like cut it out and not think about it, so that was good. But yeah, things are happening, and oh, one last thing. I promised, right? I promised 1K and I'll do a karaoke stream. So the official date for karaoke stream will be next Saturday. Not Saturday this week, but the next weekend at I guess at the same time at 8 p.m. I'm stressed out because it will be not only the first karaoke on YouTube, but also the first one that will be saved on my channel, and it will be, people will be able to revisit it anytime they want, because like, you know, on Twitch it disappeared after like 90 days or so. But also, because it's YouTube, I will have to sing without any vocal backup. And this is terrifying. I'm scared. I don't know how it will work out. After the end of this stream, I will share it in post. I will share a link to Google Forms so you can send your requests for songs. Have in mind to read the info first, because there are some small rules that if you won't follow, I won't even consider your song. So that will happen. Woo! 26th, right? Wait, 20th? Yeah, 26th. Yes, exactly. So karaoke will happen. I'll have to prepare for that as well. So woohoo, fun. I'm working on some things for this event, because for me, reaching out 1,000 is something that was my goal for this year, and to get it in the first half of this year is absolutely amazing. And I couldn't thank you enough for being there on my streams, for commenting under my videos, under my shorts, and I apologize if I don't always reply to those. I try my best, but you know, it's like I'm just one person. Sometimes it's just simply hard to keep up with all of that, but I really work my hardest to show you that my gratitude, because it means a lot. And you know, I know, like, I made this thumbnail in a way to joke around that, oh, is it a graduation? I don't see myself graduating anytime soon. I love content creation way too much. I'm way too passionate about it. I have way too many creative ideas to let go of it. Sometimes I do wish that I stayed just as an artist, but at the same time, I just like talking too much to, you know, to just drop that. And this is what I need to remind myself, that when I was just an artist, this was not enough for me. And I need to remember that, because sometimes I feel like I keep forgetting that I started streaming because art was not enough for me. It wasn't bringing out all my thoughts, and it didn't wake up like enough of the conversations between people. So I'm still going to work hard to, you know, reach to more and more people, to entertain more people, to have discussions with more people, and hopefully we'll get to the point where there will be more of us there and all of that. But for now, I very much appreciate every single one of you who joins those streams, even if for 5 minutes, even if like doesn't matter if you're here for 5 minutes to just say hi and go your own way because you have your own life to follow. It's all fine, as long as you like show that, hey, Aikeji, you're cool. I wish I could watch you, but I just can't. But I still think you're doing a great job. This means a lot. Oh my god, Sheepsin having work. I mean, he can like play it on these headphones, you know, and can listen to it, hopefully. Is it just you, or is it in the collab? What is in a collab? Karaoke? No. Karaoke is just me, because it's like celebration of my channel doing something. I don't know if I'll ever join karaoke. I'm still not the best at branching out. Give me some time. I'm working on it. 38-hour times. Oh gosh. Hope not for Sheepsin. Petition to help ships in hand work quicker. Oh, dude, if only that was that easy. But yeah, what was I talking about again? I lost track of what I tried to say. Okay, so I talked about the announcement of changing of schedules, karaoke. Once again, it will be followed up. It will be all scheduled. So even though this week we only have one stream, so I can sort things out before going back full force. Next week there's going to be a special event, so this will be like, you know, this will be a thing happening. And yeah, I think that was all from the announcement. So what do you say about me showing you photos from Japan, huh? You want to see the photos I took in Japan? You wanna see? You wanna see? One stream is fine for this week. Yeah, I need to, you know, slowly get back to it. Yeah, okay, let me just change the scene. Let me just change the scene. I need to change myself in here. And I gotta go this thing. Oh, wait. I need to... Oh, there we go. Okay, so not all the pictures will be in the right, I think, the right order, but I will tell you about it because, like, this first one, I think I downloaded it because I wanted to see it. This is the t-shirt that I got. It's absolutely... I got it in... Obviously, it's Luffy from One Piece, Gear 5th. If someone does not watch One Piece, my apologies for this spoiler, but you can see him everywhere because, honestly, this design is banger. It's all sewn in. So it's like the back of the t-shirt, the front has Gear 5th written down. South Post, he's just laughing, what are you talking about? So yeah, that's the t-shirt that I got from a guy in Himeji. Himeji is one of the towns not that far away from Osaka. And there we were walking to the castle and I was like, I stood because I saw like a great thing. I was like, a jacket sewn in. I did not get the jacket because it was hella expensive. Technically I didn't get this t-shirt either. This t-shirt was a present from my family member who was with me on this trip. We were a 4-person kind of like small group that went to Japan together. And I got it as a present from my family member. The guy who was selling things in that store was amazing. He was an artist. I will talk about him a little bit more when we go in later. So this is just a picture on my futon. You can see this is the futon, and it was on tatami mats. And this is my luggage because I don't ever put my luggage away. I lost one thing during that trip and it was in a plane, I believe, and I lost like the thing that you plug into to charge, you know, like a phone charger, but not the cable, but the thing that you plug in. This is the only thing I lost, but it's because like I don't like taking out things because I have a fear that I leave too many things behind. But thankfully, other than this one, I left nothing behind, so that's good. But yeah, moving on to... Oh, okay. So this is... why is this even here? This is a wallpaper that I got from my phone. Because, like, I scanned the QR code from one of the drink bottles. This was the second one that I got, actually. Kero Kero Keroppi. And technically you can win, like, money or some merch with from Sanrio. But I was like, I just used 1 point to get some, like... I don't know, get some money, to win some money. I definitely would not win any money, but I was like, oh my god, free wallpaper! Don't mind if I do, and you know, it's just a wallpaper, but at the same time it brings a little bit of memories. For me that was fun. I got two different drinks that had like this kind of collaboration. This was the second one that I got, and it was Kero Kero Keroppi. And this one that was the first one that I got was Ahiro no Pekuru. And for me, it's like, you know, I had this one for the first half of the trip, and then I got another drink. I had changed this one to my lock screen because I thought it's like, in a way, it's also a souvenir from Japan. And I thought, hey, it's fun, right? It's fun to get something like that. So the first one that I got was Ahiru no Pekkuru, which genuinely I didn't even know this Sanrio character. Apparently he's quite popular because I saw some merch. I don't know. For me, it's like kind of rip off Donald Duck or like wannabe Donald Duck. I don't know. Personally, not a fan of that. I definitely like this one more, but yeah, it is what it is. What do we have next? Oh, of course. First, all the merch. So, story behind that. If you do not know what gashapons are those kind of balls and that you spend from 300 yen to 500 yen. You just throw in 100 yen coins into it, twist it, and you get random ball. And this one is Squalo, my husbando, my #1 anime husbando from Katekyo Hitman Reborn. And I saw this little figure in one of the stores, which was Habikoro Toys, I think that's how it was called. And it was for 2,200 yen. And I was like, oh man, maybe I should have purchased it. Maybe I should have done that. But then I saw the gachapons with those characters. I was like, you know what? Let's try my luck. And first try, this is not even a meme. First try, and I got him. It was destined. It was meant to be. I guess I spent so much money on Squalo merch that they just like took mercy on me in Japan. Or once again, my spiritual Bakedanuki powers got so strong that I got him on the first try. So he's absolutely adorable and is sitting right in front of me by my monitor right now. So yeah, I have him by my side. Next one we have, this was actually the first gamble thing that I got, was this small Kirby keychain, and it was actually an extra thing to a little snack that I got for like around 400 yen. Less than 400 yen for sure. Right now it's already like kind of destroyed by this whipped cream on top, so the quality is not the best, but once again I put it by my like shoulder bag that I was carrying around everywhere, so I could have him by my side. It was the first gamble because you could get like 5 different designs. I got this one. Yeah. And I was proudly carrying him around the entire Japan. I mean, not the entire Japan, the center of Japan that I was at. Okay, that was the first picture that I took. I know, you know, it was hard to take a picture when you were carrying on the luggage and the backpack and everything. But I don't know, something about this advertisement in a train, it just made me feel like, you know, it just made me feel like this looks like such a freaking scam. Like, I don't know if you feel the same way about it, but Japan is a league of their own when it comes to weaponizing of cuteness in merchandising. You're so right about this, Teshin. And hello! Hello! Sorry, I didn't say hi to you. My bad. Wow, what an uncultured swine I am. That's not a scam? Okay. But this guy is literally, I think it's something, yeah, how to become a millionaire or something like that. And look at this guy, look at this freaking guy. And I don't know, I look at it and I immediately laugh because it's so Japanese, you know, Hamada would never. Yeah, it reminded me of a character called Douglas Hamada that was, I don't even know if it's like a real character or like a real person or not, because it was in anime Snack Basu, and Snack Basu was like a fever dream kind of anime, so I didn't really understand what it was all about, but it looks like those kind of books that try to mentor you into having better life, and honestly, I think like they are the most scam books ever. I don't know, it just reminded me of it, and I was like, oh my god, I have to take a picture of that. So yeah, epic first picture, I know. Absolutely banger. And it was like when we first got onto a train, well, not the first train, because the first train we took was from the airport to Osaka Loop Line. So Osaka Loop Line is something that's also, it's like one train that goes in circles, and it's basically getting you to the most popular sites. The same thing happens in Tokyo, which we have Tokyo Loop Line, which is basically you have this round circle of a train going around to the most, I mean, the most visited places, the most common places to visit in Tokyo. And the same thing is in Osaka. So when we were going there, because one of the stations actually was very close to the Airbnb that we had, so we went there and this is where it was. But it was in like almost every train, not gonna lie. And yeah, manholes. Manholes in Japan. Why is it that only Japan has those kind of beautiful manholes? To be fair, in Tokyo, they didn't have that many of them, but this is in Osaka. You can see a beautiful castle with sakura flowers. It's just like, you look at it, it's like, they laugh that tourists take picture of that, but tell me it's not a work of art. Like, tell me it's not a work of art. This is absolutely ridiculous that they go to such lengths to make even manholes beautiful. It's called manhole, I think so. It's just, my goodness, they're so pretty. And you know, I felt ridiculous standing in front of the street and just like smashing that picture, but it didn't stop me from taking more. Like in Poland, those who made it would add plus 200% for that design. That is true, that is true. But it would be so cool to have those kind of things. And here was one of the rooms from our Airbnb. I took the picture of this one. I didn't sleep in this one. This one was on like the first floor or on the ground floor. But I wanted to show you that we slept on like tatami mats and on futons. And there was like a beautiful kimono there. So it was kind of cool. Of course, every room had air conditioning, so that was not an issue. I genuinely turned it off, even though it was extremely hot in Japan. I still felt cold at night, so I didn't turn it on really. I only turned on the option of dehumidifying, so that was helpful. But I gotta tell you, tatami mats are so freaking comfortable to sit on, to sleep on with only futon. They're fantastic. That shot looks kind of cultish. If only you've seen, because like there were 4 of us, but they prepared room for more. It was like the room with those 2. There was room next door which was empty, so technically you could like take out futon in there. Upstairs there were like there were 2 more bedrooms, and I was in like the smallest one. I always chose the smallest one because like I don't like having too much space when I'm traveling. Like I try to limit myself because once again, my fear of leaving something behind is huge. It's ridiculous, I know. Did you have your magical confession at the summer festival? We'll get to the summer festival point, but no, I did not get any romantic confession. I think I'm too old for people to hit on me. But at the same time, seeing how Japanese men are with romance and how they love to cheat, I'd rather not, you know? This was a room upstairs, which we didn't really use. I mean, I did not use it. It was like, this is the picture taken from my room. My room had like 2 doors. One was to this room and the second one was to the corridor. And, you know, the room looked absolutely nice and all, but another person from from our group made it their wardrobe kind of, because like the stuff were thrown everywhere. I was like, oh my god, the poor room. When we were sitting together, we were sitting in the kitchen though, which I didn't not take picture of because it wasn't as elegant as the rest of the apartment. And here I was looking at this bear and I thought immediately, Golden Kamui, this is Wen Kamui, he's with me and he's carrying a fish. Oh my god, it's not a coincidence. I don't know, I love that bear. And I always looked at him because he was like by the stairs, so I always looked at him when I was like going downstairs, like my buddy bear, Wen Kamui, love you. Fish, yeah, he's eating a fish. Very beautiful statue. Only fire's missing. I'd rather not have any fire in the Airbnb, thank you very much. But I love that bear. I miss him later. I miss him. It's like, you know, it was like part of the ritual to look at him while going for a full day of excitement, you know? And then coming back to him. This was the first day. In Osaka, as you can see, we had quite a cloudy weather. It was, I think, 3 p.m. And I took this picture specifically because, like, you know, it's not very epic, I guess, but I really like this sign where it's like Okini. This is what it's right. Okini is basically the way in Kansai dialect, so the dialect that they use in the area where Osaka is and Kyoto is. And Okini is like instead of arigato, basically. This is their arigato. I only heard it once though. I only heard it once. I was quite disappointed, not gonna lie, because I expected to hear more of Kansai dialect and I didn't. I heard it from like 2 people only. It was disappointing. I love Kansai dialect. I know in Japan they make fun of Kansai dialect, like it's like you speak funny, you know. I love it personally and I wish I heard more of it, but I did not. And a nice obasan, we will get to that point as well. But I actually did meet some obasans, very nice ones. Did you stand on the right or left of the stairs in Kyoto? You see, that was confusing because technically, in Kyoto and Osaka, I believe, you usually stand on the right side. So, like, usually you do in Europe. But no one really followed that. You see, that was like one of the confusing things that happened in Japan was like, I thought like the rules are very strict and they don't really care that much, you know? So even though like I was trying to keep left side when I thought most of people are walking on the left side, but you always saw a guy and it was not a tourist that was going on the right side or the other way around. So I stood where the instructions were telling me to stand, because on most places it was usually like stand on the left on like stairs, like, you know, but it depended on the place really. I know where this question comes from, but that was a confusing thing that I was confused about. Because I've heard that, oh, here you stand like usually on the right, but in Tokyo you stand on the left. But it didn't work like that. It didn't work like that. It was just like... I wonder how that rule came to be. Like, the rule maybe exists, but people are not really following it up anyway, so... and that was the next day, so you can see the... My god, the colors were so beautiful. I know it's like a random photo. I just thought, oh, look, there's a lot of green and then there are like those modern buildings. It's kind of fun how it all comes together, right? But look at how much the sky was clearer and how much greener this color is. I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. So it was by the river that you saw in the previous picture. We were walking alongside the river to go to Osaka Castle because it was pretty close to us. So yeah, it was like a little bit of a park that people were running around, and, you know, jogging, doing all the stuff. So as we were walking, because, you know, this was the first day, I was excited. I took pictures of like every single thing. I deleted half of them later on when like they were blurry or something, but I was just too excited. I was like capturing the vibe and all of that. Krakow can't relate with having sky like this, man. I mean, I think it's getting better, right? And here, oh my god, this was like one of my favorite memories, because when we were walking, we walked by the baseball fields, and, you know, hearing those boys cheering for each other or calling each other out, and it's like looking at how they're pitching in real life, I was like, oh my god, that's so great. Look at this tired Japanese boy here. I don't know, this here was a pitcher and all. That was so cool. My god, if I wasn't in a group, I would stand there for like an hour or so. But at the same time, I felt like like, I don't know, creepy for watching them, you know? It's like, my god, isn't it creepy to just stand and watch like that and take pictures of random boys playing baseball? But, you know, I had my moment of, oh my god, it's like in anime. One of many moments when I was like, oh my god, it's like in anime. Baseball, I like baseball. I wish baseball was popular in Poland. It is not, unfortunately. Something about baseball is like, I don't know. I know a lot of people say it's boring. Maybe it is boring to watch, but for me, I don't know. Maybe it's because like through a lot of media, I've seen how much unity this sport brings, and I think it's impressive how fast they can throw those balls, you know? I don't know. I don't know. It's something about the vibe of baseball is just hitting the right spot for me. I like tennis, playing, not watching. I don't like watching tennis either. I think I would like playing it, but I'm not very coordinated. Number 1 sport in Japan, exactly. When we were walking, like the rest of the of our group was asking me, because I was the knowledgeable one, even though I don't know everything about Japan, obviously. They were like, is baseball popular here? I'm like, yeah, it's their national sport, basically. You don't have people to play with, though. You can still, like, you know, you can join some club, probably. I don't know, because, like, I'm not really that, I would like to play this kind of sport, but, yeah, when you need someone else, it's kind of, like, a bummer. It's kind of a bummer. You should have shown the how it's done, Aikeji. Maybe I should have. But I would like to try. I always wanted to try playing tennis. I never had the opportunity to do so. Maybe one day. I like badminton, so I think it's like tennis requires more strategy. I guess. But what I hate in tennis is how they count points. I'll never understand how that happens. Yeah, exactly. You can play against the wall, right? That's the exercise as well. Yeah, and then we were walking further, and you know, like I stood there. I was like, wait a minute. That's a bird! He was standing so stiffly that at first I thought it's like a figure. But then he moved. I was like... And like, because someone from my group was walking closely, I was like, watch out for the bird. And they were like, what bird? I'm like, this bird. It's a bird. It was just standing there. It's just like, but look once again, how beautiful. I did not edit this picture. I will tell you, there are a few pictures that I edited to make them more colorful. I did not touch this picture at all. Look at how blue, and my phone doesn't have the best camera, mind you. So my god, the colors. Waiting for a fish, absolutely. But I was like, wait a minute. Is this a bird? So yeah, that was the other side of the park. So as I said, I did not meant to capture this person running, but it just so happened, and you know, it is what it is. There was like a nice bridge in there and a little bit of like a pond. So a very nice park. Le fiche au chocolat. The bird doesn't have any thoughts. Well, the thought that they had probably was the fish. Oui. And yeah, better look at the bridge, but someone was there with family, unfortunately, so I couldn't capture it empty. And yeah, we kept on moving forward once again. Look at these beautiful colors, what the fuck, right? I couldn't stop looking at those pictures, genuinely. I felt like sometimes, like in here, even the composition, like in here you have tree, down there you have green, and then it's like, I don't know. In Japan, you just stand, take a picture, and somehow it can look so good. It's magical. I don't know. Like, I have no photographic skills. I have none of those. Trust me. But like sometimes you just stood there, took a picture, and it turned out perfect. Yeah, exactly. Trees and bushes are a frame for the sea. This is crazy, right? I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? This feels illegal. How good some of the pictures ended up looking. This one is not that good though, but I think it's because of the sun being on the other side. But we kept on moving forward, and there we go! Osaka Castle. Look at this beauty. Absolutely epic. Triangle of water was nice. Triangle of water. Oh, like in here? Holy shit. We have someone who likes photography, eh? Osaka Castle! Yeah! It was absolutely amazing to like slowly walk towards it. Hello, TD! Hi! And as you can see, you could take like a boat around. We didn't do that, and there was a bridge that connected it from this side to the castle. So this is where we went. And it's funny because like in here you can see those modern buildings, right? So, and there's our castle from down below. I did not get inside because the queue was very long, and honestly, I'm not the kind of person who likes to watch things on the inside, especially when in Japan it's usually like, you know, some of the stuff and it's like inside is empty, which we will see in Himeji when we get to Himeji. Here with the, unfortunately, with the the lamp, but yeah. Once again, modern stickers next to the old building. One thing that was great about Japan is that obviously other than overseas tourists, there are a lot of Japanese tourists, but because they are so much shorter than you, all you had to do is like put your hands up in the air and smash a picture to not have any tourists in them. So thankfully, thanks to that, there are a lot of pictures that do not include tourists or people. That was my trick. You can take this trick from me when you're in countries with short people. That was a view on the side of the castle, and oh, I even captured the plane. That was crazy how low the planes are flying by those cities. Like, you know, in Osaka, in Tokyo, they were so close to you. Metal burp, yeah. So that was the view on the side of the castle. Here we were slowly walking away. As you can see, shit tons of tourists. And there was like this queue, I think. Yeah, that was the queue to the castle. And beautiful flowers, though. Like, not everything is green. And okay, this I don't know why, because it was like a whole museum and I was like the first. And the thing that they were advertising was not like Osaka Castle puzzles. No, it was Dark Magician Girl from Yu-Gi-Oh! And then in different windows there were like different cards from Yu-Gi-Oh! Apparently there was a exposition of figurines inside, but because unfortunately my group consisted of people who do not watch anime, so I didn't push them to go there to see the figures, but yeah, I took a picture of Dark Magician Girl puzzles because, I don't know, for me it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny to see it. And here it was a shrine right next to Osaka Castle. With those cute little colorful pinwheels, and it was like you could get water from there. You could like put it to drink it. No, I was not on an organized trip, but I was with 3 other people, and you know, because I am not the kind of person which I would say first day I was very upset because when we went to get food, like they were so hungry. I wanted to get somewhere like very Japanese, and they were like, no, we're so hungry, let's just eat there. I was like, okay, fine. And we ate at the freaking restaurant where they served Chinese food, and I was so fucking mad that the next day I took charge of everything, literally everything, almost everything, to the point when they started calling me the coordinator of the trip. But you know, you have to be, to a certain extent, considerate to others, and obviously they will not care about anime figurines the way I would. So obviously, if it's like only one person interested, we're not going to go see exhibition. That kind of thing. How do you go to another country and not eat their food? Yeah, exactly. And like they were not aware that we're going to a Chinese restaurant. I was not aware because I didn't even check it. But I was like, okay, they want to eat there, fine. But I at least openly said that I'm not happy about it. And the days after, like the first day when I said we're going there, they kind of questioned my decision. But after that, they stopped questioning. They just like, I brought them to Okonomiyaki, which you'll see the picture later on. And like when they saw like it's a good food, I was like, they stopped questioning my decisions. But yeah, back to their, it's the shrine by Osaka Castle with, and this was like just you could get water from there and those cute little pinwheels. Yeah, this was the building next to the shrine. This was like some guy, I don't remember. I read what the guy was, but it's been a while, so I just took a picture of him, be like, there you go, old man. I took a picture of you because you're standing there proudly. As you can see, there are omikujis that are tied. The ones that are tied is like to take away bad luck. So basically, if you did not, like if you got a bad luck, for it not to happen, you have to tie it down and leave it by the shrine. It was the first one that I've seen, so of course I had to take pictures. Later on, like I've seen so many of those that I did not take pictures anymore, but it's always nice to look at it. It's like, I don't know, this part of the culture is so fun. I showed them what's good, absolutely. And there was like, while we were getting, because like I was collecting Goshuin, which it will be shown in like video at some point once I do it, but Goshuin is kind of, Goshuin is, those are the stamps and calligraphy made in shrines, and you can collect them in like Goshuincho, so a specific book that's like unfolding a little bit like a fan kind of thing. And once I was done with purchasing the book, we've already written Goshuin. I heard some commotion, and there was this guy who had a monkey, and this monkey, you know, bowed and jumped and did the tricks. But obviously I didn't take picture of it because like there was too many people, or there were too many people around. But yeah, I've seen a monkey. Do I prefer shrines or temples? Shrines. Personally, shrines, but Goshuins were mostly in temples. And this was funny because, like, you know, you had Osaka Castle, the shrine, you had this monkey thing, and then there was like this one stand with anime figures randomly standing. And when I was like walking by it the first time, it was like, it was playing Frieren ending, like, so don't you worry. Da, 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 da. I was like, oh my god, I'm in Japan, guys! Anime everywhere! It was kind of funny, not gonna lie. It's just like a random ass place to advertise, to sell your figurines. You see, we have dad of Boruto and Boruto, and boyfriend of Boruto's dad, and some Chainsaw Man, of course, Demon Slayer, One Piece, Dragon Ball, Frieren, Hatsune Miku. We have everything, right? Yujiro Hanma as well, yes. It was absolutely funny. Mao Mao, yeah, Mao Mao was there as well. I think this one you could win in Crane Games. So yeah, that was kind of funny. So I took a picture of it. Then we move on to, where did we go next? Oh yeah, we wanted to go to Oceanarium Aquarium. You know, I really wanted to go there because it has those shark whales. That's how they're called. Yeah. So this was walking to the metro. I believe we went by metro. This is a NHK building, so a broadcasting station building. I thought, oh, it's NHK, so I'm going to take a picture of that. Very nice, very demure, while waiting for the red light to stop and green light to appear for us pedestrians. And this is just a picture, you know, to show you how the corridor in subway looks like in Japan. Your usual thing, nothing unique. But it does, you know, whenever I was in those places underground, it did remind me of this game, this kind of horror game that Exit 8 or something like that, that they also made a movie about. I don't remember how it's called, but you know, the one like when you try to escape and you need to look for the clues and you either go back or you keep moving forward to escape the loop. So yeah, this kind of like reminded me. And we did get lost once looking for a restaurant, but that story will come in later. In here we were already in our way to the Oceanarium. Oh, sorry, I'm pronouncing it so weirdly, I know. Was it Exit 8 movie? Yeah, this one, based on the game, yeah. So I remembered right. I don't know why I took a picture of that. For me, it's just like incredible how the infrastructure works. Like you see on top of that, there are roads, down there are roads. Here is a bridge, here is a port. Like, I don't know, for me it was like how much space they are using to make things work is incredible, absolutely incredible. And here we were getting closer. This is kind of their own London Eye, you could say. My group thought it's not moving. I'm like, no, it's moving, but it's moving very slowly because it works like London Eye. And here from the far, this is the aquarium building from the afar. I can already show you. It took us like 20 minutes to get there by foot from the metro station, so that was crazy. And this is close up, so they were like rainbow colored. The gondolas were rainbow colored. We didn't get there, and because like next to it was Legoland, we had this giraffe with the makeup on for some reason standing there, so I took a picture. We did not go to Legoland. The only Legoland I was at was in Berlin, I believe, and it was like such a small place with only 2 rides. That was embarrassing, honestly. They were like, oh, we're going to Legoland, and it was like only 2 attractions, really, 3 in total. So yeah, this place was filled with like things that you can go with like full-on family with kids. Because there, other than Legoland, there was like one more thing in there, and you could go cruising on like a pirate ship or something like that. So you know, as you can see, Japan is popular for women to wear to hold umbrellas when it's the sun is shining. They have the UV umbrellas. I also got one for myself. So I can do that as well now. I can be Japanese. Absolutely. And as you can see, there's like a huge whale in there with some decorations. Very beautiful building, not gonna lie. And then the fishy kind of, I don't know how to even call them, like wind catchers hanging there. Fantastic. Shade is the best protection from the sun after all. Absolutely. And you know, I got some sunburned on the first day. Not badly, but yeah, now the difference of the color between like my arm and forearm is crazy. So the sun was strong, and because we had to wait, I think, an hour to get to the aquarium, we went for food, and I took them to, because like one of them, oh, I want sushi. I was like, okay, technically we're supposed to go for udon, but there was like some miscommunication within the app that I was using, which is called Tabelog, highly recommended, and it apparently was like just sushi chain, but because like I was so like I really wanted to eat an eel. This is unagi, so an eel. So I was like, oh, I have to get the rice bowl with eel. It was so delicious, and it also had miso. You got that started Budowlanie stan? Yeah, I kind of did. Like, because I was wearing sandals, my toes are darker, and then there's like one stripe of like one dark stripe on my feet right now. It's bothering me. It looks like I have like dirty feet, and I hate it. I don't like it at all. But this was absolutely delicious. I was like, my god, the eel was like melting. You can see how beautiful it is, dude. I loved it. But because like one thing caught my attention, I couldn't stop with that, and I also ordered sushi. And can you guess what it's made of? You can take a wild guess. Tuna? No, it's not tuna. It's a whale meat. It's made of whale meat. No, it's not. I know, it looks like beef, right? When it came to the table, I was, oh my god, this looks like meat, like beef. And it's made out of whale meat. So I ate whale. Honest opinion, it tastes like nothing. Like it didn't have any. You know how fish usually, like, okay, whale is a. Wait, is whale a mammal? Wait, because I'm going to clown on myself, and I don't want that to happen. No, whale is whale a mammal? Or fish? I know. Oh my god, help me. Yeah, mammal. Whale is a mammal, so I guess that makes sense, right? But it's tastes like it didn't have any taste, you know? Like the texture was, it wasn't chewy. It was just like, you know, you could normally chew it like usual, I guess, slice of fish or meat. But it had like no specific flavor. I feel like meat and like fish meat have this kind of distinctive flavor, even if not too strong. This one I ate and I was like, I taste nothing. What the fuck? So I felt a little bit disappointed. So I did not stop there, and I got myself a dessert, which is warabi mochi, a matcha flavor. It's a very traditional Japanese dessert where you have like mochi, but more like jelly texture, powdered with, I think it's soybean flour. Very good, lovely, loved that. I just had to eat it, you know. It was like second day and like the first proper day. Oh man, I didn't take picture of takoyaki now that I realized. Holy shit. Well, I ate takoyaki previous day, so when we were coming back from me being unhappy with the food because I only ate like 2 dumplings because I was unhappy that we went to like some Chinese freaking bar-like restaurant. So when we were going back, I was like, oh my god, takoyaki, I'm eating takoyaki. And takoyaki were amazing. But yeah, this day was me in charge. So, especially in charge of food. So, of course, this was like the first day when I started going full ham on whatever I want to eat. And there was this restaurant called Coco's. I kind of was tempted to take them there, simply because they had collaboration with Haikyuu. Look at this smack motherfucker. And then there is the cutie patootie Hinata. But I did not end up going there, unfortunately. I think it's a chain in Osaka specifically. I may be wrong, but I didn't see it anywhere else than in Osaka, so... I think the Coco's in general doesn't have the best food. As like, you know, it's a whatever food. It's kind of like a family restaurant, so you get like a curry, you know, like you get ketchup pasta and all of that shit. So not exactly Japanese, but kind of within Japanese culture. But yeah, there was no time to go there, unfortunately. I could have eaten, I don't know, something from Haikyuu collab, but I did not, so. And there we went to the aquarium finally. So, you know, this is like your classic. I feel like most of aquariums right now have this kind of room that you go through the tube and above you there's water and all of that. So in here there was this one as well. And you'll see a lot of pictures of fishes now. So, oh, there's a mantis, not mantis, fuck, manta, no, I don't know, this thing. Stingray or whatever, I don't know if it's like... I'm sorry, Camille asked, but we're only writing in English. Please read the rules of the of my streams in the description. I'm doing fine. I can respond to you, but in English. There are like funny nose fish, very funny nose fish. Moving on. There were more fishes. I think this was like the part where there were like otters, but there were so many people trying to take pictures of otters that I gave up. And I kept on moving forward because honestly I don't like waiting for too long for people to go away. There are a lot of small fishes. And this was a random thing because it's not an aquatic creature. Unfortunately I have only blurry pictures. I think it's like Chilean kind of, I don't know what this is, but it was cute. If you don't understand in English, then I'm sorry, but I will not be reading Polish comments. This is not a Polish stream. And thank you, Ail, for explaining. I appreciate it. I try my best because like that was the reason. I'm sorry, I'm going to sidetrack a little bit, but that was the reason why I moved to YouTube, because I knew if I stay on Twitch, a lot of people will just like keep on writing in Polish. So that was another thing that motivated me to move to YouTube with streaming, because I was like, I did not want to fight against that. And yeah, more fish, more fish, more fish, more fish. You know, we're going to scroll in bigger fish, even bigger fish. This one zoomed in, and they were small fishes. And you can see me, kind of. Thankfully, not entirely. And there are penguins! I love penguins. Look at this one. Look at this one go. Look at them going. They were the funniest ones. Okay, you don't see them now, but and you'll see them on different pictures. Those motherfuckers were the funniest because like the other penguins were just like doing their own things, and they were just standing because someone, as you can slightly see, they were throwing. I don't know if like someone was throwing or there was a machine that was just basically shaving ice on top of them. So they were basically like taking a shower in this shaved ice, and they were just like standing there as this was raining, snowing, whatever. So I don't know, like they were just like standing and so like, yes, snow on my body. Love that. And this one was like laying down. I love penguins. They're so cute. You see? They were standing there. I love that. I don't know. It was just so freaking funny. Penguins are funny. The one was swimming there, as you can see. Yeah, still standing. Look at them. Look at them. Look at this one. This one was also chilling. Look, he's on top of him. There's a lot of snow. Man, I love penguins. Milp. Exactly. Oh, this one was captured pretty nicely swimming here. And they were still standing. And they were not moving. They were not moving at all. And there were some dolphins. I'm not that much of a dolphin enthusiast personally, but I took pictures. Slide pictures because they were moving like crazy. Coral reef, you know. Oh, you see Dory here. Polish people, am I right? Yeah. Chilling, get it? Because that's a penguin. Woo! Yeah! More coral reef. And there's some blurry picture. I need to take, like, this was the best. The whale sharks. Shark whale, sorry. This is like basically the main attraction. So this aquarium was like the biggest one, and it's like in the very middle of the entire building. It's crazy how you just like stand there by this window and this huge creature is like just swimming basically like centimeters next to you. It's absolutely insane. And you know, there are like way more fish. Just like around there are smaller aquariums, of course, but like this one, look at this. It's just like swimming right towards you. This is like crazy feeling to see that. There were also sharks there and other fish, as you can see, and it was all one huge aquarium. You see how many fish there are, and it's just like swimming around. Just crazy. This one you barely see anything. I don't know. I was just like, oh, look at this one. This one I was just standing and it started swimming right in front. This is, I don't know. You cannot explain this feeling. It's just, I don't know. For me, I was like in awe. Whale short, yeah. You love fishes. Fishes are great. And there's like a seal. And there are some squids, I think. I don't know. I think there was squid. Yeah. Look at them. So cute. So adorable. More squids. And more seals. Which were very hard to capture because look at this. It was like doing this. They were like, and I was like, stop! Stop! Be more slow, please! They were meowing. I don't even know what I took picture of in here. More fishes. This is blurry as fuck. A seal was scratching itself. Like a doggo. This one, another neum. There were speedy boys. You see? More sharks. Yeah, I thought this is beautiful. Beautiful creature. Beautiful creatures. Oh, this one, look at its face. I love that. I love them faces. It's not the face exactly, but you know, small fish, more bigger fish, more whale sharks, and this is like the dumbest fish. Is the one the Pokemon Alomomola was based on. Those fish, they just like, I think they're called sunfish, and they just like float around, and they keep on swimming even if something eats it. They're just like unbothered. Unbothered Queen Slay. Here we have more fishes, some coral reefs. There was a puffer fish, but unfortunately it got blurry. This one ended up looking pretty well, but this one blurred out. But you know, it's very hard to capture. Oh, this is the dumb fish, sunfish. It's hard to capture in aquariums. You really have to have good camera. And look at them, they were just chilling. They were just laying around, chilling on the very bottom. I was like, oh, they're so cute. Rays look both so damp and creepy from below. Exactly. And here the guy was, I think they were cleaning up the tank. So imagine being in the same tank as there's so many creatures. For me, it's terrifying. I would never, but that's their job. That's their job. More. Oh my god. This is spoiler. Remember this scene in here with those crabs? Because you will see different perspective. And I don't mean by this. There was one standing in the corner for some reason, I don't know. But look at that. This! You won't tell me this looks like a sculpture, because look, there's a big boss, right? Big boss crab with his underling, his right-hand man. And there on the bottom there's like, I don't know, there's like another crab worshipping him. I was looking at it, I was like, my god. I don't know what they're doing in here, but there's like some serious vibes going on in here. Weird fish. I don't know, like, what the fuck? I thought that it looks like they're doing some sort of like play, you know, stage play. I was standing there, I was like, this is unbelievable. This is just like, this looks too good, you know? Like, this one was standing there, this one was laying there, and this one was looking up. I was like, what's going on in here? What kind of drama am I not understanding in here? I love this picture so much. I love that. And then I took a break to eat an ice cream with soda. This is a common thing in Japan when they put ice cream on top of soda. And let me tell you the flavor of it, because if you think it's just like your classical ramune, nah, this was a sea salt seaweed flavor. And now you may ask me, how did it taste? I don't know. It's kind of like soda, you know, like artificial flavor, but you also had this kind of strange sourness to it with a tinge of saltiness. And obviously there was also the white part of the ice cream was not of the flavor of, because the ice cream also was of the flavor of sea salt and seaweed. But like this was also vanilla ice cream, so it like balanced it all out, I think, like, because of the creaminess and sweetness of the vanilla. Everything else worked so freaking well. Close to sea salt ice cream from Kingdom Hearts. Yes, Tessin, by the way. Oh my god, Kingdom Hearts 4. Hype. Am I right? Hype. Absolutely hype talking about Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, something like that. It's hard to say because it's kind of like a soda, but it has like this kind of like tinge. It's this strange flavor that's like accompanying it. I loved it. I was like, I see something that cool, I have to try it. And the rest of the group had to wait for me to drink it and eat it. And then there was like a whole place with those pictures will be kind of shy because there was like, there were drum-like small aquariums with those medusas, and they were like jellyfishes, sorry. And I mean, yeah, and they were like from both sides, so it was very hard to capture a good picture because usually there was someone else standing on the other side also taking pictures, so you know, they turned out shy, but some jellyfishes. You see this kind of like circular thing. I wondered how they feed them because it's like, you know, nothing's in there. I love jellyfish. Like, look at them, so beautiful. Like you see in here, there's a sheet photo. And there were very, like, many small ones. And this was how it, like, the room looked like later on. This is a very blurry picture of a laying fish. Much better picture of some coral reef, I guess, or something else. Those were those little angel thingies. It's also very blurry, but they were like the small, you see, although they say they are angels, for me they're like more like devils. Look at this, they have little horns. Oh, and those are seals that we saw, but from different perspective because you went like down and then you went back up. And this one was a moon, let me tell you. This one was a moon. Like the rest was like swimming around. This one was just sleepy eepy. And it was even written down in the info that the baby seals just like to sleep without anyone around. They like sleeping alone. I'm like, my god, I can relate. They'd be bawling, I don't know. This seal was a mood. Love that. Also, this penguin was a mood. And this was strange, okay? So you see, there are penguins, like the small penguins. And you can see, my god, like how close were you to take this kind of picture? They were so freaking close. So there was like exhibition about coral reef on the other side, on the room. But this was basically in a room when you only had like this low glass that cut you out of those penguins. But like you could literally, if you wanted to, you could literally like reach out to those penguins. Obviously I did not do that because I did not want to get pecked or anything like that. But it was crazy how like normal this room was and only like those penguins were there. I don't know if it's like, at this point I was like, I don't think they can feel comfortable in there. It was like very stuffy in this room. I don't know what temperatures those penguins live in or whatever. You know, when I think about penguins, I think Antarctica, but those may be also, they may be also like living in warmer environment. It's just, for me, it was crazy how they're set in like a normal room, basically. but there are penguins, so I took pictures. And when we were going back, this was like, as you can see, they were like the walk. Oh, the walk to the metro was also themed to the fishy fish, and we went. Okay, so anime. Woo! So I totally. It's not like I totally knew about that or anything, but basically when I was looking about like around for attractions in Osaka, I knew the rest of the group is like, oh my god, we want to take pictures, blah blah blah, and you know, they who does not like taking a picture of Skyview? And there are few places that you can go to see the panorama of Osaka. But I knew in this one there's going to be a Frieren collab. I was like, and I said out like the bullshitest bullshit ever, saying this is the best one. I don't know if it's the best place to go to see the city view or anything, but I knew this one had Frieren, therefore it was the best one. And look at this elevator. Look, it's Frieren flying and fan getting stuck. Oh my god, and it's like you went all the way up to the 60th floor. Crazy insane, and that was the view. Hello, Cincy, what did you miss? The announcement? Now we're watching the pictures from Japan. I outsmarted them, exactly. The announcement was that they're going to be rescheduling of my streams, basically. They're going to happen in different hours and different days, and yeah, that was basically it. And those were elevators to the down, and oh my god, look, it's a Stark and Fan to the day, and the other one was with him and Frieren. That's very nice. I was a Frieren collab. It was so. I'll see myself out. Oh my god, fire. Not like that. Not like that. Nah, it was great. Genuinely, it was great because like I was like, you walked around. You could take picture of the city, right? You could take picture of hot anime ladies, of Frieren, of Fem, Virbel. No, that was Virbel, yes. More of them. So there were like things everywhere. My favorite boy, Stark, more Stark. Zine. No, that was not Zine, sorry. MILF Hunter. Himmel. There were more, but I didn't take picture of every one of them. But we stayed there until there was a sunset, basically, which you can see in here. And I don't know, for me, I was like, you can see heads of people because like they were everywhere. Like this west, I don't know, it was kind of, I like this picture. So you intentionally use the white background as a means to generate fear from which you might feast upon? Absolutely, yes, that's what I did. Actually, no, this is gullible if anyone thought it's like that, because if you knew me well enough, you know that I like doing stuff like that. And then just the MILF and the lolly elf. Zerie. Yeah, more of the sunsets, and you can see that things started to light up, but we didn't wait for much longer to see the darker moments. And then we were walking around, I saw Totoro, so I took a picture of Totoro because Totoro. There was a cinnamon roll cafe on the way. Obviously, I think for this one you have to have reservations, so obviously I didn't enter, but it was absolutely adorable from the outside, and I just had to take a picture of that. It was just too cute not to. I wish I could visit Japan one day. I mean, you should. You absolutely should. Japan is cheap, it's just like flying there is expensive, but other than that, definitely worth it. Did I pay the cinnamon roll tax? Listen, I'm not best friends with Iron Mask to have to pay for cinnamon roll tax. I can proudly say that I have not purchased a single cinnamon roll. I did purchase Sanrio character, but it was not a cinnamon roll. And then we were at Odaiba. Sorry, not Odaiba, Dotonbori. Why did I say Odaiba? Dotonbori. What about my Cinnamoroll tax? You had specific request plus B, and I was fighting for my life trying to find a character that I do not know. You never... Listen, when I asked you what you wanted, you didn't even say anything about Cinnamoroll. So, therefore, no Cinnamoroll tax for you. Surprising enough, cheaper than Poland? Yes, it is cheaper than Poland. The funniest thing is I forgot about Cinnamoroll! Fake fun! Fake fun! But to be fair, okay. Okay, to be fair. Obviously, if someone like collects all the things about Cinnamoroll, this is a crazy thing. But to be fair, for me, I went with like mentality of I want to buy things in Japan that I cannot buy anywhere else. You know? Because like there are a lot of things that of course you have to pay more for in your own country, but it's easily accessible. Cinnamoroll merch is easily accessible in comparison to some other merch. So I tried to go with mentality of I want to take things that I usually cannot like easily access. So yeah, no Cinnamoroll. More Dotonbori. And yeah, Dotonbori in here you can see Donkey from afar. The most crowded place in Osaka. So yeah, and there is the Glycoman, running Glycoman. That's why I said Hawks, because his marriage is expensive or non-existent here. My goal is going on a trip to Japan with my mom and getting her a lot of very high quality Japanese stationery and scrapbooking stuff. She would love that. Dude, when it comes to scrapbooking, because I collected some stuff thinking that maybe I'll get into scrapbooking. I don't know if in the end I won't throw it all away, because genuinely that can happen. That might as well happen. I don't know if it will happen, but there is a chance. But absolutely, there stationery. You go to 100 yen store. Actually I didn't show it. I did a little bit of a showcase for my friends of what I purchased. I forgot to show them that I got myself 2 mono erasers. If you know, like the classic mono Tombow erasers, I got two of them in 100 yen store because first of all they're classic, second of all they're really good erasers, and you know, if I saw them, it's a small thing, so I might as well take them. I have one white and one black for equality. And they're good quality. And here's Donkey, one of the most popular stores ever. I also purchased things there. I know a lot of people are saying Donkey is not the cheapest one, but I think what's good about Donkey is not that it's the cheapest one, is that it's tax-free and you can easily collect all different kind of things in one place, and that's a huge advantage. Because like when I was buying anime merch, ironically in the place when I think I spent the most money, there was no tax-free thing. But in many stores I found it hard because like to get tax-free usually you had to cross the price of 5,000 yen or 5,500 yen, which is around my god, how much? Around $20, I would say. $20? Above $20, I think $25, something like that. Which you may say, oh, that's not that much, but when you took so many little things, it wasn't that easy. In Donkey it was much easier because like you can drop some sweets, you can drop some cosmetics if you want to. Unfortunately, one thing that I'm disappointed at is that I could not find the shampoo that I wanted to purchase, which is called Himawari, because right now in Poland at least there are a lot of cosmetics, Japanese cosmetics in one of the stores. They're much more expensive, but to be fair, if I have access for them and I can get them like the next day, for me it's fine, you know? Like I did not want to take things that technically you can get in your own country as well. you know, like easily. Because technically you can get anything, you just have to, you know, ship it from Japan. But the problem with shipping from Japan is that you can pay extra. And if you have it in your own country, you don't have to worry about that. So that's why I think Donkey is good, because you can buy so many different souvenirs in one place. And yes, it is tiring because it has like 4 to 5 floors and every floor has different things. But once you go through all of them, you feel like you're all set. You can find something for everybody. The only person that did not get anything from Donkey from me would be like... Well, actually, I got... like for my family, because for my friends I bought anime stuff, but for my family, yeah. And then we went for okonomiyaki. Look how amazing it was, and it was so freaking delicious. Mine was with pork. The one on the other side was with veggies, but as you can see on the outside, they all look the same. Shipping is expensive. Yeah, shipping is absolutely expensive, unfortunately. That shortened version sounds like donkey. Yeah, it does, I know. But this is how they say it, donkey. It's like Don Quixote. But no one says that. Everyone says donkey. And this one, okay. I took a picture of that because those from Poland will understand. Tell me it does not look like, I don't know, Japanese version of Kicia-Kocia. Kicia-Kocia is in Poland like a cartoon and series of books that are extremely popular against like among smaller kids, like smaller kids up to, I don't know, 6 years old or so. And I looked at it, it's like, oh my god, it's Japanese Kicia-Kocia. I mean, this is Laos, so you may correct me on that, but it's like, I think it was like further on there were more of those, as you can see. You see Korea and all of that, so I was like, what the fuck is that? Dude, there was one restaurant in Katowice that serves okonomiyaki and that they suddenly closed. The problem with Japanese food abroad is that usually you can either go get ramen or sushi. And when someone tries to go beyond that and bring you like authentic Japanese food that beyond sushi and ramen, they're basically like closing off because people don't know this food. And they don't go to the lengths to, and even though like when you have a small group of enthusiasts, if you don't have like enough power to keep them maintained, people will not reach out for those kind of restaurants, unfortunately. That's the issue with probably many cuisines, not only Japanese one, right? Because it's like, you know, Italian ones, you serve spaghetti, pizza, you know, and seafood, and it's like much more popular, but you would say like probably like Vietnamese food or something like that, it has some things that are just not popular, and if it won't go viral, basically they have no chance of surviving, because when people say, oh, I want to eat Japanese food, they mean ramen or sushi, unfortunately, which sucks. Obviously this is a part of cuisine, obviously, absolutely, and it's amazing, and I love both sushi and ramen, but sometimes you just want to eat something else, right? Sometimes you just want to eat katsudon or okonomiyaki or oyakodon, something like that, and you cannot get it anywhere because most restaurants don't serve that. And then another day we went to Nara, and this is legit the first picture. I was like sitting in the bus and I was like, okay, I'm just going to take a picture of the town, right? And right as I'm taking it, this bitch come running through. I was like, my god. For me, it felt like, you know, like it's kind of like a trait of Nara where you cannot take a single picture without a deer in it. There's one restaurant in Katowice that served other dishes, bento, for example. Bento got more popular, I think, ironically, not through Japanese, but through Korean food, because like those kind of Korean restaurants, when you like choose different kind of things for your set of dinner. So, for example, you get rice and then you ask for radish and pickled radish, this and that, you know. Those got popular, so I think like the bento restaurants right now are pretty safe. Sometimes you want to eat something other than serve typical Japanese restaurant dishes, exactly. But at the same time, like you go for sushi and you get a California roll, which by the name itself, it should be clear that it's not very Japanese. So it's like, oh, okay. So yeah, the first picture in Nara, and it already had deer, and I did not plan on that. I'm reminded of that one anime that had school principal resting the deer, you know the one? Was it Azumangadayo or Nichijo? One of the two. I always like mix them up somehow in my brain. I don't know why. I think it was in Nichijo, not in Azumangadayo. In Nichijo, yeah. But there were also burps. I know Nara is known for deers, but I saw a burp and I took a picture of burp. And then we have deers. Those fuckers bites. Those fuckers bite. And that was the road to the temple. That was Kasuga Taisha, I believe. And you just walk through this forest. Look, those deers, they're so thin. And those were very nice, very kind, very demure, right? And you walk through this forest further, and the deers are always everywhere. There's this shrine. And that I bought waffles, right? I bought the crackers for deers, and they immediately attacked me. I hit them in the back, and they still kept on going. You had to like run in circles for them to finally give up, but they were freaking persistent. Only if they saw someone else with like crackers, they were like, oh, okay, I'm going there. They were so freaking terrible. I hate deers. I hate deers. One beat me so strongly that I had a bruise. So I would also fight deer like the principal in Nichijo. Next on when deer attacked, it was awful. And yeah, more of the temple. Very beautiful one. Also got a Goshu in here. Look at this. This deer was... I tried to give to this cracker to this deer, but other one came up and started biting my bag as well, and I was like, no more for you. And there is a deer statue if real deers weren't enough. And then we went on like random road which did lead us to nowhere, but we kept on going. It was very nice, you know, very enjoyable stroll. And this one looking at me innocently. This one I gave all of my remaining crackers, basically. I was like, you are kind, you are nice. I'm giving you crackers. And then I got hungry because like I fed all of those, so I went for ice cream, and this is sakura flavor ice cream. How did it taste? Kind of like caramel, but more delicate. I don't know if this is how it was supposed to taste like, but it was very good. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. But you will get a full-on video of what all of the things I ate in Japan. But here you'll have some spoilers, all of the spoilers actually, because I have all the pictures in there. And as you can see, more deers. Look, those were attacking somebody because they had the crackers, the shikasenbe. More deers. They were everywhere, just laying around innocently, like that. And there was a gate to a Buddha temple with those ugly motherfuckers from both sides. And there's the temple. There's the temple. And there's the Buddha. It was pretty big. Then there was a smaller one, golden one. There was this angry guy in here. And then like a small version of building we were at. And this is Pindula. The guy that if you touch the right part of his body, he was like occultist or something like that, and if you touched the right part of his body and then touch your part, the same part of your body, then it will heal or something like that. Need to deep. Bye, Cincy. Thank you for dropping by, and thank you. And then there were some temples, more temples. In here we went for Goshuin, the beautiful manholes with this time with deer, fucking deer. And that was my supper, because we ate very late. So I wanted to get a crab, and there was supposed to be crab in tempura. In the end, apparently there was none. So this was tempura yam, and it was chikua. If you don't know what chikua is a fish cake in the form of like long stick that very often in Japan they make it as a joke, like that it looks like penis. So I had to try. I had to try, but I got more of the yam because I really liked it, and I got some gyoza as well. It was very delicious. And this was one of the drinks that I got the wallpaper from. As you can see, there's Kuromi, so there was like a scan code and you could get that. This was an anpan with white beans though. I gotta say I prefer anko azuki than the white beans, but oh, it was good. And this is something that we purchased to try, but that I tried much later on because we opened it in Tokyo. This was the absolutely delicious strawberry milk. I was like, my god, it's so freaking good. Now I understand the hype for strawberry milk in Japan. It was so delicious, but I didn't really try anymore because I tried my best to drink other things as well. So it was the only time when I drank strawberry milk. And also it was pretty sweet, and usually, like, because it was so hot, I preferred something more refreshing, so I usually went for something more refreshing. This was first onigiri that I ate. I don't remember with what it was. Something was there. And that was the first Shinkansen that we drove to Shizuoka. And in Shizuoka, I met very nice people. Shizuoka is the absolute best. You can see Mikan tree. I don't know what the fuck that is. I realized there is some kind of like butterfly or something flying there much later. When I took the picture, I didn't notice that. This was beautiful. Look, this is bamboo forest. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Japan is so freaking green that I'm so jealous of it, and their tea feels beautiful. So the vibe of just going through the forest and tea fields through those kind of paths was absolutely incredible experience. Bamboo forest. That's why I was so against going to Arashiyama bamboo forest in Kyoto, because like literally we could go through this kind of forest without any people. It's like, why do you want to go to a bamboo forest filled with tourists when you have this one on your own? And here, beautiful view of Mount Fuji. Unfortunately, we didn't get to experience like full on. We are going to Japan next year. Shipsy needs to accept that. I don't know if we're going to have this much money. Well then, good luck saving up money. I also have to save up money to go to Japan next year if that happens. But yeah, basically this was the field. We went to the tea store, which, okay, the story from the very beginning. We ended up in Shizuoka after driving for like 2.5 hours in Shinkansen. Pretty quick because it's like far away. It's halfway to Tokyo basically. And I read that there is like one tea shop where you can order a tea ceremony looking at Mount Fuji, and we went there. So we wanted to go there, but I didn't know how to get there. And like it showed me that by bus, but I was like, I didn't know how the bus function. So like an older man came up to me, Japanese man, and asked like in kind of like pretty good English, I would say. Like where we try to go, and I started to speak in Japanese that we want to go to this place, and I showed him on the phone, and he looked. I was like, oh, is there a phone number I can call them to see if they can sort out the tea ceremony for you? By this time the bus that we were supposed to get on arrived. We didn't know how to pay first, but the older lady, nice older lady, told us to just sit down, we pay later. I was like, okay, thank you so much. She asked us where we're going to like leave the bus, and I said like, we are going to this bus stop probably, and she's like, oh, it's the same. We left the bus, and this lady was like, okay, I'll take you there. I was like, it was like 200 meters away or something like that, but she was so insistent, like, I will take you there. She brought us there, and this lady who was like a store clerk there, like, took out the bag of tea to give her as a gift, because like she was laughing like, oh, I brought you customers, something like that, obviously jokingly, right? And like everyone was so kind there. This lady, even though she said like, oh, we cannot do a tea ceremony on our or on our field, unfortunately, because we already have a reservation. I was like, oh, that's a shame. But she was like, but I can give you like a tea tasting ceremony in here. She almost forgot to count this. Like, we were supposed to pay 500 yen for that experience of her talking about tea and like pouring us this amazing tea that I also purchased. So it's not going to be as good as back there, obviously, but it was absolutely delicious. And she told us later on, it's like, oh, so there's no chance for us to go to this field and see all of that. It's like, you know what? Technically you shouldn't, but you can walk around those fields. Just don't tell anybody, and just make sure that you leave before 1 p.m. because like after 1 p.m. we have those guests who will have the ceremony. I was like, oh, okay. So we went there through those roads, and we took a picture of Mount Fuji and here the beautiful tea leaves. Absolutely amazing experience. Even though we didn't fully get what we wanted, I still, like, that was such a unique experience. I just loved it. Look at it. It's all tea. It's so green, so beautiful. And then we went out. There was a Shinto shrine. There was some sacred tree in there as well. Japanese hospitality and kindness is on a whole another level. I always feel like that I'm not worthy of it. It depends, right? Because in Osaka, I mean, they're I wouldn't say they're kind, but they're very polite, right? Because like you don't know how they think, how they feel about you. Maybe they're cursing you inside of their heads, like, damn those dumb gaijins and all of that. Maybe there is a thing. I wouldn't even blame them, because right now the tourism in Japan is crazy popular, and it's just like people are everywhere. So I don't blame them if they're upset about that. But yes, the politeness is very on top. I gotta say though that like this true kindness I felt was only in Shizuoka and Himeji, so in places that are a little bit less crowded, a little bit away from the main tourist spots like Osaka, Kyoto, and Tokyo. And those were my favorite places because I could just like talk with people in Japanese, and even though I made mistakes, they were still, you know, trying to speak with me. They didn't discourage me from doing that. They didn't try to change to English unless they were afraid that I will not understand. So, I mean, some of them did not know any English. Like this lady from the bus, she didn't know any English. Like, I mean, I think she asked us one thing in English and then she switched immediately to Japanese fully. So, yeah. And look, a gunpla of like an armor. That was like kind of funny, so I took a picture of it. See, in Shizuoka, there was like a little boy figure. This was like what remained from the castle, which unfortunately, yeah, there's only ruins and more manholes. This one, colorful, beautiful, colorful ones. This one, very cute. Very cute. And there are some photos of like the train view. That was for my friend specifically because she loves this stuff. And this was a ramen that was nominated for Michelin star, and this is where we got lost underground. It was so fucking confusing because it was like underground shopping mall, kind of, and we couldn't find the fucking restaurant. It so happened that you had to go through like specific stations. I don't know if it was, I think it was like different line from trains in the underground, like subway. So I don't know what exactly that was, but we had to pay for the ticket to go through the gates to begin with, only to get this ramen. It was delicious. I'm not gonna lie, it was absolutely delicious. It was the best ramen that I've had. Nominated for Michelin star for a reason, but it was such a pain in the ass. We were walking around for an hour to find this stupid ass restaurant because there were no clear directions online. And then like we purchased the ticket only to get to this restaurant, and then when we returned, the ticket didn't want to, like, the gates didn't want to put us through. So I explained to the guy at the station, I was like, listen, we just wanted to go for a restaurant. And he was like, okay, go. Like, you spend 150 yen to go through these gates, fine, like, just go. Because the other guy told us to do that. So I did that. I was like, we only want to go to the restaurant. And look, Uma Musume in the zone. It was like, it was supposed to be like energy drink, but honestly, it just tasted like Fanta. There was another version of the can that I later saw. It had Orfevre, Stay Gold. No, Stay Gold? Maybe not Stay Gold. Orfevre and Gorshi definitely were there. But I got this one because, like, the store I think it was from Lawson. Lawson I went to only had this one. Beautiful, beautiful can. And there we have sandwiches, which were good. I would say I was not once in Family Mart, because Family Marts were rarely at spots where I felt like, oh, I need something from a convenience store. Lawson was my favorite from convenience stores, from convenience. And yeah, once again, this one was, oh gosh, this was the best. Cream puff, milk cream with Hokkaido fresh cream. So fucking good. Their things based on milk are so creamy and sweet that I feel bad that we get such a shitty ice cream at stores, for example. It's just, I don't know, the richness of this cream, my goodness. This was heavenly. This was heavenly. Oh, this one I take pictures of because like Shinkansen Kodama. Because my friend Asu, which you may know because we played with her, she sometimes appears on my chat as well, but we played League of Legends with her and Dima, and her moderator is called Kodama. So I was like, look, Asu, they turned your moderator into coffee. that's why I took a picture of it. But the Kodama is basically one of the Shinkansen names. Was Kodama, Hikari, and something else, like the slower Shinkansen, because there are like bullet train Shinkansen, they're the fastest ones, but it's hard to reserve those because, like, you know, you have to reserve very ahead of time. And then we went to Hiroshima. This is the dome that the bomb exploded on. Very sad place. It's like very heavy air around it. It's just, you look at it, it's just something about the feeling in here is just so saddening. It was one of the rare days when it rained, actually, so even the weather was heavy. And here there's statues. You can see those colorful things. There are crane origami all around it. You see cranes of all different colors that are made by children from schools. And in here, this is in the Memorial Park of Peace. As you can see, there are like booths. All of them had those cranes. And you can see there is a tree. Like, they are, I don't know, middle schoolers or primary schoolers. I think middle schoolers. And there was like class after class. They were standing in front of this statue. And they recited how, like, you know, they're lucky to live in a world of peace and they want to maintain this peace and they hope for peace. And then they started singing. And, you know, like in Japan, in schools, they learn actually how to sing in a choir. And they all together, you know, sang those songs that had the same like meaning that I just said, what they were reciting. It was just like one of a kind experience, which is like those kids are singing, you know, like they are fully aware of what they're doing, instead of just like standing there and listen to a tour guide to talk about this stuff. No, they're actually actively just interact with the history, and it was just like, so it was very emotional. I teared up in here. Part of me thinks it's amazing after all of that, this building is still standing and it's a living ghost of the past. It is, and it reminds people. You can feel that it reminds people. You see, no more war. And they just put those crane games, Jesus, crane, not crane games. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about crane games right now, but crane origamis together with hope, with wishes that there will be peace, no war, and yet we still see fucking worlds in the state that it is right now. Yeah, sorry, the crane games. It was like crane games immediately. Statue with a turtle on. There were like the entire park in here. And then we went to the museum. Honestly, the museum was awful. Not because, you know, what it's maintaining, but it's so freaking crowded. The entry is like 100 yen or something like that, so it's like almost free, you could say, and it's just overcrowded. You can barely move. It was, as a person who has a slight claustrophobia, I was not happy with that. So yeah, there was like a whole map and showing like the simulation, how it looked when like the bomb dropped. The whole museum, like I didn't take many pictures because it's heavy stuff, you know, looking at those turncloths, the pictures that, you know, those who survived took. It's scary, it's terrifying. Just like shadows of people who perished. So that was very heavy. Hiroshima is for me something I really want to see. Oh, it's absolutely worth seeing. I gotta say, it's worth seeing, but it is very heavy. And because then we wanted to go and take a small ship to the island with the gates. We took a break for food. I got this alcohol 0% sign. It was a yuzu lemonade. And I have this. I kept it with me. I liked it so much. Like, oh, now I can put it on all my drinks. I always drink no alcohol, so it's fitting. And this was what I ordered. This was chicken. This was oyster because Hiroshima is known for oysters, but I'm not that fond of oysters, so I was like, deep fried one will do good. And it was mochi potatoes, glorious. Oh my god, they were so good. They were so good, my goodness. One of my favorite things I ate. And yeah, then we went for, this one is edited. I make it brighter because the weather was shit, so this one is edited. But this is not the right gate. This was a smaller gate that I loved, that's it. Yeah, this was the real look of the weather. And as you can see, there were deers as well in there. Those fuckers. This one noticed me and started to going after me, but I ran. I ran like crazy. This is the proper gate that we're walking towards. Slowly. There are, of course, the guardian dogs. Always two of them. One always mouth open, the other one always mouth closed. Lanterns, all of that. More of a closer look. This one I think I also edited a little bit to make it brighter. The gate on the water, and there was like temple, very beautiful one. This one kind of reminded me of the temple that you walk around in Silent Hill F. And I thought it's like maybe that's the inspiration. This one was also edited to be more bright because the weather was shit. Yeah, but that's how it looked on the inside. There was like this nice little bridge in here. And yeah, that's the Tori. And then we were walking back. Oh, and I got those little cute candies from Tsikawa. They're very good. The fun thing about them is like they were sweet at first. Obviously they're like grape. The fun fact about Japanese is like they have 2 grape flavors. Like it's muscat when it's Mascato when it's white grape, and Budo when it's purple grape. So there are 2 different flavors for them. I'm late, but the pics are lovely. Oh, thank you, Cine. The beach shrine photo was so pretty. Which one? This one? I edited it a little bit to make the colors better, yeah. So they were good because like at first they were sweet and then they were sour and then they were again sweet. So it was like sweet, sour, sweet. Those were fun candies. And those mochi ice cream, I will tell you, in comparison to mochi ice cream that we have, once again, I'm telling you, the milk, the richness of the milk in Japan is on an entirely different level. It reminds me of how ice cream used to be here in Poland. Like very rich, very creamy, very nice. And now they're shy. These ones, oh my god, amazing. And then I got rice with barley at the moment, salted kelp onigiri, very nice. This one was nice as well. Morihan had a collaboration with Lawson, so there were a lot of matcha items. I loved it. And then, oh my god, I pissed myself. I didn't tell you when I was talking about like Frieren collab, but in Frieren collab when you were going down, voice actor of Frieren was saying like, oh, I'm so happy that I managed to see this sky together with Ferdinand Stark, the same sky that I saw with Himmel and the rest. And she's glad that we also were able to see this sky, and like, I hope to see you again soon. I was like, my god, I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry, my god. Stop it. And then the next, like, One Piece Shinkansen, I was like, no fucking way. No fucking way we're riding that. No fucking way. I was like pissing myself. I was saying like, my god. The stickers are so cute. Look at that. I was like, no way. I was like, I was so hyped up. I was like, my goodness, and there's my husband, though. Is that I was not sitting right here, but it was fine because I still was in the right cart together with him. It was a buggy cart technically, but it doesn't matter. It had crocodile on it, and there was like this thing. It was so cute, and when it started, as you can see, even the doors were decorated. When it started, of course, it was like, Minna, watashi wa Luffy, boku wa Luffy, kaizoku ni oronaru, and it's like, let's go to the journey together. I was like, my god, Luffy's talking to me. Oh, I was like, my goodness, I'm pissing myself, I'm shitting myself, it's just too much, it's so good. And then I got myself some momo. It was fun because it was like a water, it was not like a lemonade or a drink, it was water flavored with peach, so it was good. I was like, my god, now this experience, this Shinkansen, it was Eustace's like cart right in front, and here. I was like, my god, they did it just for me. And then we went out, and this is the jacket that I talked about in the store that I purchased my, I got a present of the t-shirt. And this was the jacket that I've seen. I was like, my god, this was so beautiful. I saw the price, I'm like, never mind. But then it was like, no, let's check it out. And the guy in here was so nice. His name was Yuki. And he is an artist. He drew this thing. He is apparently sometimes visiting Europe to have his own exhibitions. He had one in London, France, I believe, in Paris. And this is his OC, this little guy. We talked a little bit. He asked me like why I like Japan, and I said like it started with anime, and then I got more into culture. I got more intrigued, and then myths and all of that. So we talked a little bit, and then I said the games as well. It's like Ryuga Gotoku games, Yakuza games. It's like, oh really? My friend works there. I'm like, what? What? Absolutely insane. And there's like a story about like. His yokai, so this one. He told me about it first in his own language, and he was like explained to me the exact story in Japanese, and then he showed like, oh, he's right, it's written down here in English. Was the food One Piece branded? The food? No. The food was not One Piece branded. It was in Shinkansen, so no. He seems like a fun guy. Yeah, he was very nice. He was very nice. Oh, and then it's like Tanuki. Look at his nipples. And then there is Himeji Castle. As you can see, it was pretty cloudy, but the weather itself was pretty good. So yeah, we walked to Himeji Castle. Basically, beautiful castle. I think it's the most beautiful castle out of all of them. And we went inside this time, and as you can see, it's empty. It's empty inside. It's just like showing how it was built. So you go upstairs. Fun fact, in Japan, you take off your shoes. They give you a special bag to carry on the shoes, so that was fun. But for me, what was the greatest is like you just walk around in socks, you know. It was fun. It was fun. It was absolutely fun. So there are some, look, there were little hearts. It's so cute, like the design. Like, how did they come up with that? So most of it was like, there were some exhibitions, but it was mostly empty. And you can see this is a weird thing, right? So I had to read about it. It's like down there was a thing, and there's like up there, like a small balcony. Apparently, they were walking up there and they were like shooting guns from there. So they had more comfortable positions to shoot, to snipe people from there. That's why it was like that. And that was the view from all the way up of the castle. Pretty nice, pretty neat. And those were like placement for the guns as well. More the Mikans. It was, and here we went to the garden, which was a little bit further away. So look at that. Look at that, so beautiful. The fishies, the fishies. For some of the gardens. Oh, I took pictures. This was funny for me because my dad also does that kind of like he does similar thing where he's like building those kind of crates, and then he's throwing seeds of like different kind of veggies, and I sent it. He never responded, this asshole, but I sent it to him. It's like, oh look, your crates also look kind of like Japanese garden, I guess. Then so it was, for me it was funny. And yeah, a beautiful garden. You could walk on those rocks, no problem, if you weren't afraid. I was kind of afraid because like whenever I hold my phone and take pictures, I'm like scared that it's going to drop into water or something like that. So yeah, more pictures. And then we went to a tea ceremony. There was like a small pavilion where you could go for a tea ceremony. They serve us matcha and a little bit of sweet assortment, and they explained like first you should take a bite of this and then drink the tea. Absolutely amazing. This was the room where we had this tea ceremony at. It was great, fantastic. There was a shrine. Oh, and this one, we were just going to the shrine we did not understand each other because my group wanted to go to the different shrine, but I was like, it's too far away, we won't have time. But there are two other shrines we can visit, and we were walking through that, and you could, like, I think you had to go there, but there was like a Japanese guy, like older Japanese guy, who stopped us and it's like, no, you have to take picture there. And what he meant is like, you see up there is a castle, and in here it's a perfect, you know, mirroring of that. So it's a perfect place for this kind of picture, and he explained it to us, and he tried to help us do the best pictures ever. So yeah, we've done those pictures, and that was the shrine. Look at this funny tree. Look, it's filled with grass. I mean, it's not exactly grass, but it's like the grass is growing on top of it. Crazy. The nature in Japan is like entirely different. And then we ate udon. Oden, sorry, not udon. Jesus, oden. Oden, which is basically random things that you get from broth. This one was, I think, fish cake. This was tofu. This was radish. This was This was beef tongue. This is konjac. It was hard to eat, and this, I don't remember what that was. But I think another fish or something like that. This was like, the konjac was the hardest because it was so slippery that I had to take the stick out of this one and just dig it in to be able to eat it. I need to go to sleep. Bye bye, Blaspy. Have a nice sleep. And then there's more manholes, more manholes. Of course, I had to take picture of... I did not buy this ramen, but it had a tanuki girl. I mean, I know this is a character from Gundam, Mobile Suit Gundam, the witch from Mercury, but she was in tanuki outfit. I was like, oh my god. I mean, tanuki ears and tail. I was like, oh my god, so cute. I got jelly though. The very popular jelly. Yo, sheepskin! And those were the candies that I got the keychain from. I think I took a picture of how they looked like. They were very yummy. Strawberry. And then we were in Kyoto. I'm still here, yeah, because we're going through pictures. There are so many. Dr. Jerry! Exactly! I had to eat it. And Kyoto was absolutely insanely crowded. But, you know, it is beautiful, I have to admit. Even though it was so crowded. Just going through there. Look at this. Once again, there's so much crowd, but it's between this beautiful nature. You just cannot help but like be in awe of all of that. I loved it here. And look, this was a secret pathway probably to find some kind of demon husbando, but I didn't go there. It was not allowed. So yeah, it was like look from far away. And look, there's the crow that I tried to take picture of. The crows there are so fucking loud. I know there's like a whole joke running around with like Japanese that the crows are screaming "Aho!" or "Baka!" They're absolutely loud. Like they're like in no other country I heard them this loudly. I don't know how they do it. This is Stone of God or something like that. I took a picture of it, and I took the picture of it because like look, this is just like singular stones, but they still kind of, you know, have a memory of that, putting the bowls as offerings or with offerings or something like that. This is amazing how much they still remember even like the oldest, like the smallest things. This is very unique to Japan, I feel like. And then we went down to eat dango, mitarashi dango. Very good, amazing. And then we ate kakigori, which was shaved ice. I had one with matcha, azuki beans, and like those two rice balls. I mean the rice balls, rice dumpling balls. And I gotta tell you, the one with matcha, when you ate it, it kind of reminds you of the texture of watermelon. It was so refreshing. It was so absolutely amazing. My god. My god, I miss the Japanese food. So we went further on to another shrine in the park. And then we went to Fushimi Inari Jinja, so the foxes, that's why the fox in here. And then I spotted Chikawa Mogu Mogu Honpo store, so I was like, haha, I'm going to go there later. And I went there. And look at this smug smile of this freaking fox. And this is like the 1,000 gates, red gates or something, you know, place. So a lot of people going through there. Not a fan of it, but I went through there. And there was my, my god, I forgot how you call them in Japanese. But the wooden tablet that I just left with my wish, which I uploaded on Twitter. Yeah, because I want to reach more people to entertain them. So I hope the foxes will work there. Will do their work and find me those people to entertain. And then we went to for oyakodon. So oyakodon is basically rice bowl with egg and chicken. And here there was like, I think it was pickled plum. Very good, very good. And then we went back and look at this cool taxi. There were like a lot of taxis. 3-leaf clover! Woo! Amazing! So we walked around this geisha street or whatever they call it. It was kind of lame because nothing was there. And then the crazy thing about Japan is like they, instead of eating chips that much, they eat fries. So they were like basically fries. They were very good, very buttery. And I also got some tea. I think that was a natto roll, which was a crazy experience. I'm gonna tell you, natto isn't bad. It doesn't taste bad. It's just the texture itself is like not the best. But other than that, I don't understand why people don't like it. Another cream double custard. And then when we were going to Kyoto again, we got Hello Kitty train, which was cute. And that was a golden pavilion. I really like these pictures. Like, once again, sometimes you took the picture and it just ended up looking perfectly. With no... Yeah, so it's made of gold. Allegedly. It's small but made of gold. And you just walked around. They were smart enough to put like one bowl in here. So people are throwing it, trying to put it there. But as you can see, they're failing miserably. And people like went for it like crazy. And there were like few spots like that. So they earned their money back. And this is the amazing omuraisu that I ate. Incredible food. Loved it. No, I did not throw a coin. I know that my skills to getting something to the bowl is basically impossible, so I skipped that. Or some more shrine. No, this was the castle, I think. But it was so piping hot because like we went on foot and it was so freaking hot. As you can see, no clouds in the sky, or just 2 birds, 3 birds. It was so hot that we had no energy. I got this very small bottle of Fanta. I spilled half of it on myself because I had no energy to hold it. Oh, there was this amazing door. And then because it was so hot and we had no energy to go to do anything outside, went to Shibori museum. Shibori is like a very specific technique of creating materials. Like they are dyeing it in a different way. They're ripping it apart to make specific patterns. It's very complicated. You can look it up, Shibori. And all of them are like, this is a Shibori, it's so beautiful. This is a whole material they made. This is also another material, and they're like mixed techniques in there. It's absolutely insane. I mean, the museum itself was very small, but it held an impact of like, my god. And then we went to Kyoto Pokemon Center, which was crowded with people, so I only took a picture of this cute Pikachu and a bat of Ho that was signed by Masuda and other guys. So I was like, okay. And then I ate dango. As you can see, I was hungry motherfucker because one was already gone. And I got One Piece live action snacks. They were okay. And more onigiri. Once again, I was a hungry motherfucker, so I already took a huge bite out of it. A cute little pudding. More jelly because I liked it. And oh my god, I was so happy. Dude, this one, I couldn't stop looking at it. We were waiting, I believe, for our Shinkansen to Tokyo. And we had a few more hours because we had to leave before 11 or something like that. And leave before 10, and our train was on 12 or something like that. And I went to this random, I guess it was like a bookstore on the station. I was like, oh my god, Nippon Sangoku! So good, so good. I had to take a few pictures. I took a picture of that because like this manga interests me. I don't exactly know what this manga is about. I mean, other than baseball, obviously. I don't know who this is, but it was standing right next to Golden Kamuy, so maybe it's a good, you see, Golden Kamuy and Dog's Red. So maybe it's a good manga. So I made a picture, and I also got myself, it's Shinkansen coffee, but I actually got iced matcha latte, because I wanted full-on experience with Ekiben, so a bento that you get for Shinkansen. It was okay. I thought it would be better. The best thing out of it was this tamago roll, genuinely. And then yeah, some pictures. Fuji, we saw Fuji, but it was unfortunately clouded a little bit, so... And Tokyo, here we go! Sky Tree, and the huge golden poop. This was very close to our Airbnb, so we only went to the temple that I've already seen. I've been there once because I've been to Tokyo once, so it's not the first time. And we went for food, and I ate some Kobe Wagyu beef. This one was tongue, and this was like just like, you know, your usual beef. It was so good that I basically licked it clean. I'm not even joking around. Like, I left nothing, not a single grain of rice. It was that good. Those tamago sando were so freaking good. We had to move from Lawson to 7-Eleven because 7-Eleven was closer, but man, I missed Lawson. I ate Wagyu, I did. How did riding Shinkansen feel like? Like riding a train, it's just you get much faster because it's like not the fastest Shinkansen. Those are like the Shinkansens that are like available all the time, because like the Shinkansens are like the fastest ones. You have to book very, very early on, and we did not have this booking, so unfortunately we did not get that. But I know it's like very comfortable. I gotta say, it's very comfortable. It's funny how like when you sit on your seat, it's very straight, you know, because like our seats are very bent, but then you can like readjust it. You have so much space for your legs. Everything is just like, I don't know. It's much more comfortable than any other train that I've ever rode. I gotta say this much. So Shinkansens are great. And Melon Pan, which was a disappointing experience, but more on that for in the like future video, whatever it will happen. Melon Soda Fanta, love it. And then we went to Nikko. Wait, Nikko? I'm saying it right? I'm tired. Nikko is known for like, I think it's like in UNESCO list with their shrines, so there's a boob on the floor. Actually, it's not a boob on the floor, it's like a flag stand, but I called it a boob. There was a grave of, I will not tell you right now, I don't remember, but yeah, one of the, I think lords, Japanese lords was there. Cool things. This guy was a little bit creepy, but I took a picture of him. The cute little rabbit with a bowl. Melon Pan, I want to taste them so much. They're so overrated. It's like, it doesn't even taste like melon. I think that's the biggest disappointment of it all. It was beautiful there. And there's like, this shrine temple is known for like monkeys, like the, you know, covering ears, mouth, and eyes, and this cat. And the rest of the group was like, oh my god, I want to see cat, I want to see cat. So the temple itself is huge. There are the monkeys. The monkeys very visible, right? Even here you have Bakus. Bakus great. Chandeliers. And it was funny because we were walking around, and to go to the... This is the cat. It's so fucking small. And half of the group did not notice the cat, so they went through because you had to go upstairs to the temple, and there you could buy some merch, you know, like all kind of different things, like what could you get there? Like, you know, charms, lucky charms and all of that. And they were like, where's the cat? I'm like, the cat was down there. And they were like, what? They missed the cat because it's so freaking small. It's ridiculous. And there was like a little Gundam in here. A Musha Gundam MK2 Tokugawa Ieyasu. Oh, Ieyasu. That was, I think, Ieyasu's grave. Maybe. Namban. So, yeah. Cool, right? They were like, look at those cute little kids with their hats so they won't get lost. There are a lot of school trips in Nikko. More shrines, and I drank sweat, which is basically an isotonic. And yeah, there were more shrines. There's this very known bridge. You have to pay like 300 yen to get there. I was like, I don't care. I took picture from afar. I don't need to stand there to take pictures, other pictures. I don't really care. And then we ate. I already mixed it. It looked much better when it wasn't mixed. But it was yakisoba, basically. It was pretty spicy for something Japanese. I was like surprised how spicy it was. And there was like Nikko Park Lodge. I don't know, it was cute, so I took a picture of it. Designed by Ayumi Ishii. And then I ate Mont Blanc. It was amazing. I always wanted to try Mont Blanc, but there are none in Poland. It's basically a chestnut cream, so I love it. I love chestnuts. How did it taste? How the melon pan tastes like? It tastes like your usual milk bread, basically. But on top of it, it's like glazed with sugar, so it's more crispy on top. I didn't really like. For me, it felt like your usual sweet pastry. Did you eat parfait? No, I did not eat parfait. I did not eat parfait. And then I tried the taikohan. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. See, very nice patterns. And then I had some nice pickled veggies with onigiri. I got karupi water, which is basically milk with water. Surprisingly, it's good. I did not know what to expect, but it was good. And then it was already in Tokyo. We went to Meiji Shrine. No, this was... I forgot the name of it, but it is by Ueno, where I got my beautiful Tanuki charm, Umamori. And when I visited my great buddy, Otanuki-sama, I sent him prayers, I threw him money, and I went my own way. Milk with water sounds like an abomination. I know, but it's actually good. It doesn't feel like milk. I'm going to say this much. It tastes like sweet water, kind of. It's like closer to isotonic flavor. And then there's a Ueno, a burb that didn't want to show his beak. Showed it a little bit here. Ueno Park. Oh no, this one was by the palace. You know, the palace. And he's my favorite boy, Maru Maru. And it was like, this was like kind of a sequence that you got in the trains where they were like, typhoon approach. Yeah, there was a typhoon incoming, kind of fear. But I didn't survive through typhoon because it went all the way through the Chinese Sea, so I didn't have to worry about it. But there were like these sequences where you could choose like one out of 3 things, and it was basically like kind of this is your weekly you know, kind of like premonition or something like that. Maru is so adorable. There's Hachiko. So we have Shibuya incident, Shibuya crossing in here. There's the famous Shibuya crossing. And then we went for sushi. This one was... I don't remember. Bonito, I think so. And then we went to found a building that you can look up. But because there are renovations in here, it doesn't look that good, really. And then we ate taiyaki. I chose the one with ice cream and matcha ice cream. So it was very, very good. And look, Ado! Ado in collaboration with Football Adidas. Yay! Ado! And this was, I think, Sports Center, and this was Meiji Shrine. It's funny because everyone took pictures of these sake barrels. No one took the picture, on the other hand, of barrels of wine. No one gives a shit about your European wine. Fuck you. And yeah, more shrine. I took matcha berry latte, very nice. We dropped by for a moment to a Harry Potter store, so I took a picture of this buckbeak or this crepe with banana and milk cream. This was something that I decided to try on. It was so absolutely delicious, and I told the rest of the group, it's like, oh, this is actually so freaking good, and they were addicted to that. They bought it like 3 more times. I was kind of a person who tried to eat every single thing different every time, so I was like, no, I'm not going to eat that. Maybe once or twice I repeated myself. I was like, no, I'm not going to eat that again. Actually, I ate it again on the airport because my family member purchased it for me so I could eat something. And there were like kalbi fries. Once again, those are fries, but they are like maintained, so they're more like chips, but they still taste like fries, so it's crazy. More onigiri. As you can see, onigiri was pretty popular. Milk agar and mandarin orange. This was very good. It's like milk pudding, but the mandarin orange, so mikan, was so freaking refreshingly good in there. It's one of the favorite things that I ate from 7-Eleven. And this was where I got my second wallpaper from. It was like basically milk tea. And that was the worst thing that I went to, which was Team Labs. Team Labs is kind of like interactive art museum with like lights and other stuff. And yeah, you had to go walk there barefoot because it was like a part with water in it. So I did not like that. It was overly crowded. There were so many lights that hurt my eyes, hurt my head. You had to go through those small corridors, menacing corridors that made me scared. There were a lot of balls in there that's just like you could push and people pushed on you, and I was like, I hate it here. You see, I'm claustrophobic. How can I survive in this kind of place? It looks beautiful. It looks nice, but in my brain I was like, I want to leave. I hate the lights. I hate the crowdiness. I hate small spaces. Why are we here? This was the worst room because it was like kind of like half of the bowl, you know, and it was like the things were flowing around in this uneven ceiling, like very round ceiling, and just basically made you nauseous, and I just left. And then there was like more interactive kind of zoo thing where kids were playing around, because if you had like an app, you could like capture those animals and put them outside on any wall you wanted. But you know, this kind of thing is like, oh, it's so cool, but it's cool for kids, not for adults. Oh, this one was a game actually. So it was a room, interactive room, when you chose one color and you had to jump on those things to win. You couldn't, once you chose the color, you couldn't step on any other color. I technically win, but it didn't show me that I won, because like when I was at the very end, this was like not the last one, because I went for green, obviously. This was not the last one. I was supposed to jump onto this one, but I jumped out of this one onto the floor and it didn't count. So I was like, ah, okay. Well, I did not touch any other color, so fuck you. I won. And then there was like the last room with garden. So basically there were flowers growing just like that, because like the type of flowers that can grow anywhere, literally. And there was like one kid, I'm not going to say from what country because you will call me racist. There was one kid that was just standing there, because everywhere there were like mirrors, and he was standing in front of a mirror and yelling at his own reflection. I was like, what the fuck? Humidity, yeah, it was very humid. It was very humid, absolutely. And then we ate Ichiran ramen, which a lot of people recommend. For me, it was good. It wasn't bad, but it's like, it was a little bit overly hyped up for me. Oh, I took this picture because It's scary. Look at this is so awful looking. I don't know. I looked at it, was like this is ominous. USA, USA. But very cheap kimono, am I right? And then we ate taiyaki. I ate mine with sweet potato. It was so good. And then I made picture of some yukatas. I made picture of Slam Dunk figures and Hatsune Miku figures. That was in Donkey. And my favorite Asuna. I don't remember the price that was for these ones, but I looked at the face and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Taiyaki, have you thought about buying kimono? Not really, because like I wouldn't wear it anywhere. I would faster buy yukata, but I was like, no. Asuna and Kirito. Exactly, and I ate those popular chips. They were okay, but I was not fond of it because like it's cheese on top of it, right? But I was like, I you know what? I don't like my chips with cheese on it, so I ate them, but after like 3 days. And this one looked like a sponge, but it was actually peach flavor sponge cake. Very good. And then we went to the fish market and I got myself the small onigiri because I wasn't really that hungry yet, so I just from old granny I got those 2 onigiri. One had pickled plum and the other one had a fish, so I ate fish at the fish market. This was the fish market. I hated it. It was overly crowded and all I wanted to do is just go shopping. So then I went to Ikebukuro and there was like Oran High School Host Club Cafe, but once again, if you don't have early reservation, you cannot go there, so unfortunately there were all flags about boys love in there, which was insane. And I took a picture of this Stark in case I wanted to go back and purchase him. Fun fact, I later found another one for 2,500 yen, so that's the annoying thing, is that you can find them cheaper if you look long enough, but also it takes so much time to go through all those stores. In the end, I didn't purchase this one because I realized that they're making a snowman and then I would have to have 3 figures for the whole thing to make sense, so I purchased other Stark figures. And then I went for Kura Sushi for a second time because first time we were with a group, and then I went solo because like I was hungry and I honestly really enjoyed this those sushi. It was like, oh my god, it was so good. It was so good. And then I get myself small dessert, which I kid you not, you smelled it and it smelled like forest fruit perfume. I don't know, like, it didn't taste like perfumey, but I don't know, it was just frozen yogurt with fruit, and on the bottom was oatmeal. Amazing. And then I wanted to go to Pokemon store to find a present for my niece, but it was closed. If you did not know, I think the reason why it was closed was because a few months ago there was an incident where a guy stopped a person who worked there, a woman who worked there. Apparently he was her stalker or something like that, so it was intentional. Tragic situation, unfortunately. And I don't know if it's because of that it was still closed, but it was still closed. I got some tea, and then I went on Tanuki Street and I rubbed the bellies of Tanukis because they all bring different kind of luck. The only one I didn't rub was, oh, this one ended up blurry, was this one, because this one was for Romans. I was like, no, I don't need Romans, fuck that. And then I got some melon pan cookie cream puff with custard, some melon yogurt, another crepe. It wasn't as good as the one with banana though. Fruit iced tea, and then we went to kitty temple with a lot of kitties, a whole lot of kitties. And that was literally the last one that last thing I've seen, because then I went back to shopping. I went to Mugiwara store, and this was this amazing huge ass statue And also this cute little chopper. There were a lot of adorable things, but I didn't really want to spend too much time on that. And then I went for the kare, because even though it's like technically like food from India, it's very popular in Japan, and this one was very, very recommended. So I ate it and it was very good. Some Hatsune Miku and other... I don't know, I really like the designs here. And then we went to Skytree, and it was like Blue Lock collab, woohoo! This was, there are 4 elevators, and each elevator has like different kind of design. So we went with this one. It was chosen on random, and this is the view from the Tokyo Skytree, and this is the view within Tokyo Skytree. This one is blurry. This was funny because like there was like small boxes in which you put your phone. As you can see, this you can even see this reflecting. Watch out for reflections. It's fine. I'm not like fully... It's fine. Why are his arms so short? Did you get Family Mart chicken? No, because Family Marts were never on my way, really. They were like... Family Marts were so awkwardly placed that I didn't really get in them. Whose arms are so short? Man, I'm sorry, I didn't read that. Now I don't know. I know the reflections are there, but most of the time you don't see my face. I think in only one you could kind of see my face, but it was covered with foam, so it doesn't matter really. And then there was like this kind of thing when you could press a button and then like each character was saying something. It was funny because like you want to just enjoy the view, and they were like yelling their edgy lines from anime. And we wait until the sun sets. And it was dark. And here I left another wish for every creative wish to come true. Yeah, for every creative wish to come true, basically, like in general for everyone. This ice cream was very good. Milk ice bar. I already consumed one sandwich, it was so good. There were potatoes, some onigiri, and then the last days in Asakusa, I was looking for a teacup for my mom. This one felt too heavy though, so I kept on looking, and I purchased this one in the end. More traditional. Those were so beautiful. I really, if I knew that they're going to safely land with me, that I would have taken that. But first of all, I didn't have any more space in my baggage, and second of all, I was afraid that it was going to break. And then I was walking around, and it was like 6th and 7th of June are celebrations in Japan, so the kids were carrying around those kind of like things. I forget how you call them really, but there were festivals all around, like small kind of festivals around. It was piping hot once again, and I burned my face a little bit. They were dancing with fans and playing traditional instruments. That was fun. That was fun to experience that as well. And then I once again went for Kura Sushi because I miss Kura Sushi. It's just, I know it's not the best brand or whatever, but it's so good. Like, those two were my favorite. The one tuna with pickled radish and marinated aged tuna were my favorite. I could eat only those and be happy in my life. But I also tried other. This was mackerel, for example, and tamago. And then I go for a dessert. Once again, anything with cream is absolutely delicious. And then when I was going through the crossing, they start, like, I see, oh my god, they're doing the festival here as well. So I waited to see them doing that. Got some Zero Cola triple from 7-Eleven, tuna mayo, onicha, so some tea, aloe, yogurt. And last time, once again, we went for Wagyu, but this time I chose with the half of unagi because I also wanted to eat eel and beef, two best things ever. And then we went for ice cream, and this one is Mont Blanc kind of ice cream. So this is a chestnut on top of here, and the chestnut kind of cream around a soft served vanilla ice cream. And that was a yukata that I purchased for my friend. And that's a figure that I won at Crane Games. And that's Otomatone Hatsune Miku. It was me fulfilling my old wish to buy an Otomatone. Ice cream looks so cute. It was so good. And last one, the only crocodile husband merge that I could find. There were no crocodile figures anywhere. There were a lot of One Piece figures, but no crocodile. The only thing that I really found that was cool was this kitty cat, so I purchased it, of course. Oh, and this is, those are not pictures of mine, but this was from the tea ceremony that I was talking about earlier. This is a better picture of Mount Fuji. Oh, actually, it's not perfectly, because like my aunt uses this AI cutting out thing, so it's not perfectly working, as you can see, but yeah. This one's better, of Mount Fuji, that she made. Oh, because there was this branch and she wanted to get rid of it. And yeah, there were a little bit more pictures, and that was the picture that also my aunt made of the thing, and some more things. Oh, and the frog from the Himeji gardens. I saw the frog and I'm like, look, the frog, and my aunt took this picture. She has very good phone with like very good camera, and that was the ceremony. So those ladies explained, like brought us the thing and explained to us everything. And this was the shop where there was like this cool One Piece jacket, and we ate, in front of it we ate a cheesecake, Rikuro's cheesecake, famous cheesecake. Unfortunately it has raisins, but only in here. In that they don't have raisins on the outside, so I ate everything but this, like these parts. So and matcha milk bread, also good. And that's it. That's it. That's it. So thank you for sticking by. It's late. I have work tomorrow. So I'm gonna go now. Thank you so much, guys, for today. For those who managed to stay till the end. I know it took a while. There were a lot of pictures, but if you want to go through it and stop at any time, this stream will be saved. And yeah. I hope you enjoyed yourself once again this week. For now, I'll take it slowly and manage to adjust to my new lifestyle, kind of, and, you know, get back stronger next week. Thank you so much once again. Have a nice week, and until probably next Tuesday.